15th, we can probably get it to you in time now if you take advantage of the deals we're going to give you today. And we're going to have some deals. We're going to start off with a ruby ring. We've got gents rings. We've got a bunch of different. You even got a bracelet. I think that's going to work for the ladies as well. But the first item we'll show is going to be this amazing, really nice. There goes a little bit of lights. It's going to be a nice little bypass style gents ring. Very original, unique look as far as gents rings go. Now this one is going to be very, very nice. Got pigeon's blood red. It's the ideal. It's exactly what you want in terms of a ruby, in terms of color. That is what you're looking for, right? Pigeon's blood red. People pay the big, big money for that. You're not going to today, though. This is going to be shop one. So for everybody who's watching, you're simply going to put in the comment section right down here, and I think it's right there for everybody, you're going to put shop one if you're interested. I think we have about 6 of these to go around. We're the last ones we have. It is going to be, I believe, in 14 karat gold. Correct. Yes, 14 karat white gold. You're going to have a AAA quality ruby. Really nice size, too. It's about a 2 karat 25, so we're well over the benchmark. But, as I said, this is going to be shop one, okay? So you're going to put that in there. Now, for everybody except for TikTok, that's going to, you click on that after you put it shop one, the second item will be shop two, so on and so forth, right? So once you click on that, it's going to redirect you to the website. You can find out more information. Most of that information I give you throughout the course of the program. I'll give you, like, for example, the carat weight, the metal that it's in. But you can see all that, as well as an actual attractive hand model, as opposed to me with my big gorilla hands. But you're going to see the price, you're going to see the clearance price, and this is a clearance item, by the way, just FYI. What does that mean? Well, it means that you won't have the 30-day inspection period, which you usually have, that 30-day money-back guarantee. Here's the good news, though. Because it's on clearance, you're basically getting it at or below, in many cases, what we even have in it. So it's a super giveaway. It's like a deal you cannot pass up. All right, now, let me backtrack a little bit. The only people who will not be redirected to the website are our TikTok friends, okay? So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all you guys, just put shop one in the comment section, click on that, it'll redirect you, all right? But for TikTok, we're going to send you a link, which will have a SKU number. It's going to be a 7-digit number. You'll simply go to shoplc.com and just copy and paste that number in the little search engine area whenever you get to shoplc.com. I hope that's not too complicated. We're trying to streamline things for our TikTok friends, and we appreciate all you being out there. Even if you don't buy anything, if you would take this moment to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you're on TikTok, I think you do the heart thing. Always very much appreciated. It helps us spread the word and helps us to keep these prices low. Speaking of prices, we're going to be guaranteeing these prices for at least 24 hours. Also, we have a code which is going to knock 25% off of an already very, very low price. For example, this is on clearance. All right, I remember when we were selling this for $2,800. Totally worth $2,800 at the retail level. Forget about it. You're probably looking at, for a 2 karat benchmark. That's top gem quality. You're easily looking at probably 6 to anywhere from 10 grand if you go to that high end blue box type store. That said, we're doing this on clearance for $1,987. I remember when we did it for like $2,600. That was a great price. $1,987, right? So under $2,000. But we're also going to knock 25% off of that. So you do that math. I'm no mathematician, but 25% of it's going to be $500 basically. So you're going to get this below $1,500. All right. You also have what's called budget pay. In fact, the exact price, if you want to buy it outright, $1,490. Think about that. A 2 karat benchmark. Now, obviously, we don't have the 12 here in the studio. I wear a 12, but that actually looks like it's a cool pinky ring too, eh? You got that nice bypass style. You got all that nice it's like really thick mill grading. Very, very cool. And then you got the high polish. So very fashion forward. Also, back to it. You've got what's called budget pay. What is that? It's an opportunity for everybody basically to take this in 5 bite size without. It's no credit card that you're applying for. It's not. There's no credit whatsoever. It's available to everybody who's watching right now, as long as you're a member of the Shop LC family, as long as you're registered. So basically, you'll end up paying today for this $298, and then for the remaining 4 months, you'll pay. Let's see, that would come out to roughly 30 days a month. You're probably looking at like $10 a day. So if you can afford $10 a day and an initial down payment of $298, you're not going to pay any interest on that. you, my friends, are going to have a sweet, and this is a heavy, heavy ring. When I first put it on, I thought it was platinum, because platinum is very heavy. It is a very dense ring. 14 karat white gold is actually selling for higher than platinum right now. Of course, gold's been on a tear this year. It's been up, up, up. But you got a nice finished under gallery. But again, you're well over that benchmark. We talk about benchmarks, and I usually take a lot more time on the first item, so bear with me here. And this deserves the time, by the way. But benchmarks. So once you get over that 1 carat hump, obviously your price is going to increase a lot as opposed to, say, a 75 pointer, right? Of course, naturally, it's going to be a little bit bigger. But these benchmarks are very important, especially when we're talking about precious gems like the King of Gemstones. Also your July birthstone, for what it's worth. So if you have anybody, a gentleman in your life, maybe your husband, your boyfriend, your brother, father, son, maybe he's graduating, this would make an excellent gift, but also if they have a July birthday. So Father's Day, all that, and we're doing it. It's, again, real quick. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place today. I'll get it all together here. 2 carats. Now we're 2 carat 25. So back to the benchmark. 1 carat. Very, very nice. Now, presumably, when we get up to 2 carat, let's just say for argument's sake, 1 carat is $5 grand. Well, that doesn't mean a 2 carat is then 10 grand, because a 2 carat is much more rare than a 1 carat, right? So think about it. So exponentially, that goes up once you get into that benchmark. It's very, much more rare to see a 2 carat of this top quality. Pigeon's blood red. Again, that's top gem. 9x7 too, big boy. But yeah, that for $1,500, it makes 0 sense. We're not even getting the gold paid for. So congratulations in advance. Those are probably going to sell out. We've only got about 5 or 6 of those to go around. I wouldn't let perfect be the enemy of the good when it comes to the sizing, because I think you're going to find that with all the money we're saving, any jeweler is going to be able to size that. You got a sizing bar down there. So it shouldn't be an issue. It's not like there's any gemstones or anything that are in line going down the side of the shank. So I'm going to move on. This is shop 1, though. Very, very solid and very fashion forward ruby ring. I'm loving that. And I will say this also. We're going to have a little something for everybody's budget today. So if you're kind of watching and you're thinking, that's a little too rich for my blood. I wasn't planning on spending that kind of money. Fair enough. We've got something that's going to fit into everybody's budget here. Really top quality stuff. So I want you to stay with me. And ladies, we've got some gold coming up for you that I think you're going to really, really love. But I do want to remind everybody, and I'm going to be like a broken record on this, because Father's Day. It's 9. Also, just a little bit of house cleaning. I should mention, we do have the sweepstakes. Yes. I was going to save this one for the piece de resistance, but that's okay. The sweepstakes. Now, what is that? It's you go to shoplc.com. You're going to see a little banner. We're giving away a Date Just Rolex. All right, on my birthday, June 25th, and you can register every single day from now until then, free of charge. There's no purchase necessary, anything like that. But each day that you register, you get one name in the hat, basically. So let's say there's, I don't know, just for argument's sake, till the 25th. So it's 25, there's like 27 days, right? So you would have 27 entries. Increases your odds pretty exponentially. Also, each day we're going to give away $100 in Shop LC bucks, as well as a special prize at the end of each day at 7 o'clock every day, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Today, por ejemplo, we're doing, that's Spanish right there. You like that?
That was really impressive.
That's very impressive. Got my neighbor buddy here in the studio today, just kind of showing around. We're giving away a kunzite. Martha Rocha. This was the beauty queen of Brazil back in the day. Very beautiful lady, but they named it after her because apparently she had these really beautiful like violet eyes. And this Martha Rocha kunzite is the top best of the best. Now this is going to be a loose gem. It's a AAA quality, so it's going to be in that top 5 to 10 percentile in terms of nice color saturation. It is next level when it comes to kunzite. So that we're giving that away. It's like a $379 value. In fact, depending on the size of it, I wonder how big that is. It doesn't say the carat weight, does it?
It doesn't matter.
That's got to be 1 carat, because if it's more than 1 carat, it should be well over $379. But that's a $379 value. We're giving that away today. All right, so it's not too late. Go ahead and register for that. Also, everybody, if you would please, I want you to save this number in your phone. It's always going to behoove you. What is this number? This is a our personal shopper line. It's exclusive to the live stream. It's not the one that I give you on TV, which I'll be on Tuesday from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Little plug there. Tonight, actually. Later on tonight. Friday. I'm getting all my days mixed up.
Tomorrow is Friday.
Yeah, no, so I'm going to be on the Friday 2 to 6 a.m. I'm so used to doing these on Sunday. I don't usually do the Thursday show, do I? Yeah, so I'm just used to kind of giving that plug. But save this number in your phone if you would, folks. It doesn't cost you anything extra. They're there at your disposal. They can help you find hard-to-find items. And if you get, like, for example, a couple different items, you might want to encourage them and say, hey, do you think I could get a little extra off since I'm getting multiple items? Sometimes they'll help you out with that. I can't promise it, but it's always worth a shot. Now, this next piece I believe to be the piece de resistance. Now, there's two things that I have that are pretty standard in my show, my little goofy sayings. The first one I forgot to say at the very beginning of the show. Right before I start, I'm like, ready to see some cool stuff? You know? And I forgot to say it today. But the second one is the piece de resistance. Now, that's usually the piece that I show at the very end. But today, we had to get to it. It's too cool. This is going to be Quad A Tanzanite. And look, and hopefully I'll finish up, because I'll go back and I could spend the whole show on this. Look at that. So, walked in studio and brought my BFF, my neighbor, pal, in to bring your kid to work day today. Show around, just thought it'd be fun. And maybe she ends up jumping in here in a little bit. We'll see. Now, the first thing that she noticed out of all this amazing stuff, and there's a lot of amazing stuff behind me, was the piece de resistance. Now I'm going to take this other ring off because I don't want to divert attention away, and I'm going to slide it on. Might need your help. This is about 11 and a half, I think. Actually, I'm just going to leave it on my pinky, but you'll get the picture.
Yeah,
now
size 11.
This is an 11.
Yeah, that's why it's just
barely
got.
Because I put it on early, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to get this off.
I was like, hold your breath,
quickly, take it off. And she's like, I did not hold your hand up.
Get some blood away from those hands.
Makes sense.
We got to get these hands thin for days.
Makes sense. Now, back to this bad boy. So what we're looking at here is going to be about a 2 carat 63. It's going to be probably about 2 carat 55 on an Asher cut Quad A Tanzanite. Let's talk about that for a second. It's a very durable gemstone too. So if I drop it, it's not the end of the world. Now this is going to be in platinum. Okay, look at that stone. Never mind my fingerprint. Asher cut, absolutely gorgeous. Quad A. There's single A, double A. It's just a simplified grading system for the saturation of color. Right, so you've got single A, double A, triple A. Now, when you get into triple A, now we're getting into expensive material. In other words, you've got deep color saturation. In the case of Tanzanite, it's going to be a little bit more hardcore on the blue, the deep blue, as opposed to a little more violet. Single A is going to be a little bit more on the lighter violet, a little more washed out, still very pretty, still very rare, 1,000 times more rare than a diamond. But when you get up to Quad A, folks, it doesn't get any better than that. You're talking about the top 1 percentile. Now, think about that. If a Tanzanite is 1,000 times more rare than a diamond, well, how rare is the top 1% of a gemstone that's even a single A is 1,000 times more rare than a diamond? Now, this is just kind of to illustrate what I'm saying here. So lighter on the violet. Now we're sort of getting up into now we're getting into pretty expensive territory. Now we're getting very, very pricey. This is a very expensive per carat gemstone. For example, the Blue Box store, they have like a carat 75 that they're selling for like $13,500, right? And it's in platinum. This is in platinum. This, however, is going to be a 2 carat 82. So we're inching right up to that 3 carat benchmark on what is a very, very rare gemstone. It's a one source gemstone. It's a gemstone that's, for all intents and purposes, kind of going extinct for the most part. All right, there's a very small tract with about 4 mines, A through D block, as they call them. I think the majority of those are shut down except for the C block, still producing a little bit. Not very much. The best is said to have been spoken for at this point. So I know we've been spoiling you right here with Tanzanite because we get those hard to find gemstones. But the time where we could, sell and do like a full 24 hours of Tanzanite, those days are over. And sadly. But if you haven't gotten it yet, or gentlemen, if you haven't gotten a tanzanite, this is ideal. This should be well. I mean, we should be probably in, let's see, 2 carat 82. For all intents and purposes, we should probably be at the 18 to probably 20,000, 21,000, somewhere thereabouts. What do we have this as our?
We have it priced at 22 estimated value.
22. Okay, that makes more sense now. That's probably closer to it, but maybe you could find it out there for 18,000. What you couldn't find it out there for, in platinum with VS2 diamonds. Now those are going to be compression set diamonds on either side, right? Very nice, just a classic, classy look. Big center stone. What you couldn't find it for out there at the retail level, forget about it. $42.69. That's what we're doing this for today. But remember, you've got that code Live25, right? You're going to put that in the promo code section. So if you love this ring, what you want to do, and look, there's not many of these, okay?
4 available, and then our half sizes are going to be pre-orders.
Okay, so there's 4 available. Here's the good news. Don't worry about the sizing. Now, if you can get it, that's just all pre-order in terms of the sizing. We're going to do free sizing for you.
Half sizings are pre-orders.
Yeah, so we're going to do the free sizing. Do we have one of those Rhapsody boxes? Because I want to show you. We got an Ileana over here. That could work too. I'm not really married necessarily. I just want one of the nicer boxes because this is going to come in the top of the line. You put the best in the best. Now, it's going to be one of the strongest, rarest metals on earth, platinum. You're not going to have to worry about it oxidizing. It's going to be hypoallergenic, all of that good stuff. But imagine get this home, Father's Day. Yes, that is dreamy. You got something, I mean, look, this is a relatively new gemstone, right? It's discovered around 1967, 1968, brought to market by Tiffany & Company. So a very prestigious history. But, I mean, you've got a gemstone here that, quite frankly, it's not fair to compare it to sapphire, but I've never seen sapphire. Well, I have. Like a cashmere sapphire with that look, but we're talking about a $50,000 stone. This has that potential. It's much more rare than a sapphire. It's much more rare than a diamond. It's much more rare than all your precious gemstones. And it's a one-source gemstone, and it's going away. So, take advantage of this. We have 4 of these. 4 of these. We're doing it for $42.69. After you do the code LIVE25, you're going to get it down to $32.02. $32.02. It's very heavy, very weighty. You got almost 12 grams of platinum. They say if you take all the platinum on Earth, put it in an Olympic-sized swimming pool, you know, the cliche, it's cliche for a reason, right? Because it's a very rare metal. Put it in an Olympic-sized swimming pool, it'll barely come up to your shins. That's the kind of rarity we're talking about. The strength of it requires temperatures of about 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit to work with it. That's why only about 5 to 10% of metallurgists are even qualified to work for it, work with platinum. But this is a very, very solid heirloom piece. It's a legacy piece. Nay, a legend piece.
Well, it's timeless. I mean, it
is.
And when you're going through your blue era and you're traveling, you're not afraid. When you're talking about a $50,000 piece versus something that's affordable, they can travel with it without being in fear that they would lose that kind of a piece.
But you don't want to lose this, yeah.
No, gosh, but you definitely want to wear that and show, make it a conversation.
Oh, no doubt.
I mean, is it an obsession?
Timely. Got that coming up here in a little bit. All right, folks, so this is going to be shop 2. I'm not going to stay on too much longer. I know I've spent a lot of time. It just deserves the time. Like this is, to me, this is my favorite piece that we have today. But there's a lot of amazing pieces. I don't want to take anything away. Now look, we've got nothing but 5-star reviews on this for what it's worth. How many? Total of 3 reviews. Typical average item has about 4 reviews, but these are everybody who's reviewed this.
Definitely a gifting option like Ray is over here.
Like Ray's, yeah, Ray's the ring was actually bought for me by my wife as a birthday gift. I absolutely love it. Very stylish. It's beautiful. Love this ring. Stunning, says Gio. I like that name, Gio. It's like an Italian name, right?
It could be a father-son thing, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
they could have their matching.
Well, son gets it maybe when father goes. I don't know. Or we can just get them both.
My son would have one.
Love this ring. Stunning, says Gio. Let's see. And then this is a lovely piece of jewelry for a man. Perfect. All right, fair enough. I love it all. But the fact that it's nothing but 5-star reviews does say something about it, right? It says that people are very, very pleased with their order. And it's hard to get nothing but 5-star reviews because, I mean, typically when if I'm going to leave a review, a lot of times I'm not very pleased, right? That's one of the times. So the fact that you've got nothing but 5 stars does say a lot. And the fact that you've got well over that 2 carat benchmark, almost 3 carats, and you've got quad A, the best of the best, top 1%, all these things, and you're getting it for basically $3,200 or $640 on budget pay. Get this one home. If you're not in love with it, get it home, and then you can worry about getting the sizing done after you prove it. If you're not in love with it, you have 30 days to make up your mind. If there's a tag on it, just keep the tag on it. You'll know as soon as you take it out, this is amazing. You're not going to want to return it. But for whatever reason, if you do, you've got a 30-day inspection period with this. It's not going to be a clearance item. So that's going to be an opportunity. I would basically do the 640 because we've only got 4 of these left. All right, get it home. If you love it, all right, then ring us back up on the customer service line or the personal shopper line. Just say, hey, I want to go ahead and get it sized. We'll do the sizing for free for you. That number right there, 888-835-2237. All right, so that one's going to be shot too. I've got to pick up the pace a little bit. Sorry, I'm lagging a little bit. We do have some wildly affordable stuff too. It's going to be in the $100 range coming up for you here in just un momento. For example, now, when I walked in, you know, my buddy Lisa, we could have sworn these were diamonds. Why? Well, they're white zircon. What's white zircon? Well, that's not a real gemstone, is it? That's a zircon. No, it's not a zirconia. Don't confuse the two. Zircon is a genuine gemstone. Zircon is probably the oldest gemstone that we know of, or Earth-wise at least. They think it's about as old as the Earth. I think scientists put it around 4 billion years old. So it's one of the oldest gemstones. It's a doubly refractive gemstone, meaning the light hits it and splits into 2. So you get a lot of high refractive index on this too. Often a stunt double for diamonds. It looks just like very, very expensive icy diamonds. Now, that's going to be 2 carat 80. You've got all these beautiful baguettes, about 76 in total of those baguettes. So you're getting that colorless. This is an all natural gemstone too. I feel like, there we go. And you'll have to forgive, it's a little bit crude in terms of our production here, in terms of the camera stuff, but I hope you guys are able to see that because when you see it in person, I'm kind of shading it a little bit just because I feel like it was getting a little washed out with all the lights.
We do see the glistening.
You see all the sparkle?
Yes, we do.
And it has sparkle for days. So you got kind of a dog tag style chain. Ladies, absolutely come on in on this if you love it. What's not to love? This is going to be all in 925 sterling silver. So we've got precious metal. We've got a lot of nice baguettes. And look, baguettes will show everything. In terms of inclusions, it's basically just a window, right? So the fact that you've got that such a clean and icy look on these, and they're not itty-bitty, teeny-tiny micro pave. They're decent-sized baguettes, too. And a lot of them. 7.5 on the Mohs hardness scale. So not quite a 10, but definitely very, very durable in terms of scratch resistance. 7.5 puts you right around where quartz is at in terms of scratch resistance. You got a very durable gemstone. It looks just like diamonds to the untrained eye, and that's, really nice use of negative space too. I don't know if you guys can see that too. Just gives it a nice texturing. And folks, we're doing this for $199. It's going to be bathed in rhodium as well. I should point that out. Rhodium, of course, a member of the platinum family of metals. It's also one of the most expensive metals there is, about $4,000 to $5,000 per troy ounce. So it is not inexpensive. Now, this is going to be coming all with a 24-inch chain. That chain is fantastic. Now, that's a silver chain that's coming with it?
Yes, it is.
That's got to be stainless steel. Can we double check that?
Let me see real quick.
I like that it's unisex too, man.
Yeah, this is definitely unisex. I 100%. I'm glad you pointed that out. So this is definitely
it's masculine enough, but it's also feminine enough with the size.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. So this totally works. I don't wear a lot of pendants. I wear like a cross pendant, but this is a pendant I would totally rock.
Yeah, I'd add it to my collection.
And you got the 24 inches too, so I'm not going to try to put it over my big head, but I like the 24 inch because I don't have to mess with it. But it does have a nice big lobster claw clasp. I'm guessing that is going to be a sterling silver chain.
Yes.
Otherwise, it would have specified. Now, that being said, this is not one of those little smaller sterling silver chains that we give you a lot of times with the pendants, which is still a great deal, a great value. This is a big, nice Rolo chain that comes with this. This is a very sturdy. Look at that. That is, gosh, for that chain alone, because look, when all the dust settles, you're going to get the code Live 25, right? So you're going to punch that in the promo code section. This is Shop 3, by the way.
Correct.
Shop 3. All right?
We do have the quantities on this as well.
Okay, it's a newer item, so we do have the quantities. Look, for that chain, this is a heavy, heavy chain. 24 inches. It's not the little slinky one. Let me show you, for example. No, we don't have one here. We usually have... Just grab me like one of the little small, the ones that we...
with different pendants?
What's that?
Is it interchangeable?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you could totally take this off, and you could, you could take that off if you wanted to, and you could wear it solo. I think this is a good standalone, by the way. But you could absolutely put that with another pendant, probably up to, it's probably about I don't know, maybe 2 millimeter on this Rolo. But I'm trying to find you. Well, don't kill yourself trying to find it. Right? It's not the end of the world if you can't find one. I'm just trying to show you guys a little contrast from what you normally get. I mean, that is a very, very thick and nice silver chain. So I was thinking it had to have been stainless steel. I was like, we can't give away that thick of a chain. Because look, after the dust settles, after you use the code Live25, that $200 or $199, let's just round it up, it's $200. That $200, you're going to knock $50 off that. So you're getting this for $149. At the retail level, you could very easily pay for a silver chain this size, 24 inches. It's a pretty heavy one. You could easily pay $150 for just the chain. It's like you're getting the pendant for free. And the pendant, by the way, is also all in precious metal. 925 sterling silver, going to be bathed in rhodium, as I said. So, amazing opportunity there. It's okay, buddy. Don't worry about it. The moral of the story is that is a serious, serious chain, and it's coming along for the ride. So this is going to be ready to wear out of the box for the ladies, for the gentlemen, for Father's Day. Again, I'm going to reiterate this throughout the program. Father's Day, this is a sort of a Father's Day hymns show, bass-centric show, I would say. There's a lot of gents rings, for example. We don't typically do these as often because we don't have as many dudes that watch, quite frankly, and that's okay. But ladies, if you're getting something for dad or you get something for your husband, or you got a birthday coming up, a son, graduation, graduation. I guess all the graduations are
happening.
They're happening
in
now.
Other states,
Well,
in other states as well. California doesn't graduate till June.
Well, a lot of times, if like for me, for example, I guess I walked in the spring, but I didn't have to go to summer school.
We walked in June.
No, did you?
And my friends' kids are going to walk in June.
Okay, so you got a lot of kids that walk.
We have lots of time for them to
walk in June. Yeah. Moral of the story, this would make a cool graduation gift too. All right, so we're going to move on. This is Shop 3?
Yes.
All right, so I'm trying to keep track. Shop 3. So much more to come. But again, we've got 2 weeks, basically. 2 weeks until Father's Day. So you want to definitely take advantage of the deal right now because, look, this time next week, maybe can get it to you. Probably not guaranteed, right? Unless you do the expedited shipping. With every item I've shown you thus far, they've all been, I believe, over $50. You don't pay anything in shipping. But if you don't want to have to rush things. You want to get it in plenty of time. And I think if you get this, if you make the orders today, you're going to be in good shape. Okay? Can't 100% guarantee that, but I'd say pretty solid chance that you're going to get it well in time for Father's Day. You're not going to be stressing, and you're not going to be trying to go out and riding all over town and paying those big retail prices and all that jazz to get something that's overpriced for pops. Okay? So, be mindful of that, folks. All right? That's all. Very, very nice. Let me give you a little, a real quick...
Was it 16? 14?
The necklace is 24 inches.
Oh, wow.
20. Yeah, it's a big one.
Better.
I like 24 inches because you can just kind of put it over your head.
Well, that's good for thicker areas.
Yeah, definitely. That one's going to be about 1.25 inches from bail to bottom. 1.25 inches. Okay? Very nice. Now, if you grab that one, I'm going to recommend this next item is going to be actual diamonds, right? But give you the very, very similar, like I said, the zircons does give you a look very much like diamonds, but the next is going to be the real deal. I think they would look good together, though. I think those would be good matching pieces. Now, this is solid. This is like, we're getting into I don't know, does this give you, it's not quite Super Bowl vibes, but it's definitely got
it definitely gives you the classy.
It's a power ring.
Yes, definitely.
Power ring.
I picked up this.
Yes, this is...
Now, ladies, it's a little blocked off, but I wouldn't be scared either.
I would definitely be curious about a gentleman that had that ring. I would ask some questions. It'd be a conversation.
Yeah, this is a Mr. Big ring. Look at all that. So you got a full carat of diamonds. Gives you the look of a lot more. Lots of sparkle. Lots of ice on this one. You got that big cluster right there in the center. And then you've got, let's see, you got 1, 2, 3. Well, we'll call it one channel. Actually, let me just show it to you this way. So you got one channel set row right here. You got the picture frame halo, very, very nice. You got that cluster right there. Gives you a lot of real estate of bling. And then on either side, we've got the channel set baguettes. And you've got, flanking the east and west of those, not one, but 2 additional rows. Now, that is the mark of a very fine tailored ring. In other words, look, even when you, like this it's ever so subtle, but, no, you're fine. Oh, yeah, perfect. It's ever so subtle, but it sort of starts to slope off a little bit right there. But then they couldn't stop. They just couldn't stop. They had to do another row of nice pave diamonds. It is a beauty. So essentially you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. The channel set baguettes. Of course, baguettes can show everything. Those are blinding white. All of them are. All in sterling silver, bathed in, again, very expensive rhodium, giving you that look of platinum, giving you that look of 18 karat white gold. That is the power ring. Definitely CEO style. And you heard it here first, folks. My buddy Lisa over here, she said she's going to be interested in talking to him, Kat.
I would be curious. Would he be sipping whiskey? Would he be playing golf? What would he be doing? What does he do?
He does something important.
Yes.
Standout piece.
Yes,
total
standout piece, and it would catch my eye.
Yeah, absolutely. That's an understatement. Gosh. You got a finished under gallery too. Obviously, you got the nice sort of honeycomb under gallery. Well, sort of crisscross.
We do have the quantities on this as well.
Okay, it's a relatively new one. Here's the good news. Because we got so many of these, the price we're doing on it is ridiculous. Okay, so basically for a carat of diamonds at retail level, you're probably looking around $1,500, depending on what metal it's in. That's a pretty good bet for good quality diamonds. Now, we're doing this for $269. And with the code LIVE25, you've got it down. Basically, this is going to be around $200, $202.
How are you going to keep those in stock at that price?
That's a good question. But we got, at the moment, now that's actually a really good point. Because this is the time in the show when I say, look, we do have enough of these. I think we have about two or three dozen of these to go around right now. Like as of earlier this morning. But this is a classic look. It's never going to go out of style. So this is going to sell very, very well. If we do it on TV anywhere close to this price, $269. Could you go back and
yes.
And by the way, we've got 2 other options.
Yes. Wait,
are they all the same price?
Colors. What's happening?
Yeah.
Let's take it one step at a time here. Yeah, but then I want to get into this because if you love this one, I'm going to give you 2 other options. I want you to grab those too. Now. $202 after you use the code LIVE25, right? This is going to be shop 4.
Correct.
We've got about 36 of these, something like that. But, so there's enough, I think, to go around for this audience. It's a little bit smaller audience, right, than what we have on television. Prime time, this is enough. This is an expensive enough item to where we could do it. We could burn the airtime on TV. Now, you give this one showing, and I'll tell you, point blank right now, if I have an opportunity to fill in and do like a daytime, anywhere near prime time on the TV side of things, this disappears in like 10 minutes. It's gone.
Well, and how lucky for them.
It's gone. So we don't have that many. Yeah. And $40 budget pay. Get it home. If you're not in love with it, send it back. If you don't think the value's there, send it back. We got 5 reviews. They're all 5-star. You're not going to send it back. You can if you want to. But go out there and shop around. See what a full carat of diamonds. And it shows like a lot more than a full carat, quite frankly. All that real estate. That is a beauty. With the look of platinum, because you basically have one of the most expensive platinum family metals. That's going to keep it from oxidizing. This is kind of like Super Bowl ring vibes. Definitely boss, CEO, solid. And now, ladies, I would be mad at you if you wanted to grab one of these. I mean, I think we have it down to like a size 9. But this is definitely the power ring. I'm loving it. Shop 4. We've got enough to go around right now. Get it while you can get it in your size, though. I don't want you to
comment shop 4. They will see our other options available.
Oh yeah. Okay, we got to do this. Yeah, let's do. I'll rather do that instead of the reviews. The reviews are all what the reviews are because they're ratings. right? They're 5-star. That speaks for itself. But we've got this in. We've got the champagne diamond version of this. So again, it's going to be ditto everything on here, like in terms of the full carat. All natural diamonds, all natural champagne diamonds. Though this is the key here. So champagne diamonds. We're talking about Argyle mine, more than likely. Majority of the champagne diamonds in circulation right now were from that closed mine. It's been closed for like 5 years. And then we've got this blue diamond. Now those are going to be irradiated, but those are all genuine earth mine diamonds. Exact same lineup. Also with the rhodium. Now that's solid.
I would get what for the price.
You could get all three of these.
Really,
think about
for
it.
that price, you could enjoy the 3 different colors.
Right, and they're all basically the same. The blue one's going to be a little bit more expensive. I think it's like maybe $50 more, or 46 bucks, $47 more. But look, you've got a $40 budget pay on each of these. Or no?
Yeah, it'll just be for the diamond. Yes.
Okay, so just for the diamond. So how much is the champagne? Is that one $2.99 as well?
Yes, it's going to be $2.99 and then $2.79.
But we're looking at still under $300.
Yeah, you're still. It's probably gonna be around $50. It's probably like a $50 budget pay. Yeah, if you get the others. Look, here's what I want you to do. If you love all 3 of these, go ahead and get them all 3 home. Get them in your size. Use the budget pay. You're still gonna. If you get budget pay, use budget pay on each of these. The budget pay for this one is $40, right? It's probably gonna be about $48 for either the blue diamond or the all natural champagne diamond. It's also in yellow gold with the yellow gold vermeil, by the way. Looks very expensive. It should be very expensive, quite frankly. I mean, these are easily $1,500 rings, especially that champagne diamond, the all natural champagnes from a mine that's now closed. And colored diamonds are getting very, very expensive. That said, you could get all 3 of these 50, 50, and 40. So for about $140, you could get all 3 of these, get them home, see which one you love. If you love all 3 of them, keep them, and you're going to pay, I don't know, whatever, 140 divided by 30 for the remaining 4 months. Still pretty doable for a lot of people. If you're not in love with one of the 3, send it back. Not in love with 2 of the 3, send it back. But get them all while you have the opportunity, and while you can get these well below $300 a piece. That is a wild opportunity. Each one of them's got a full carat of diamonds. Very classic, cool, and I think just a really handsome, sharp look there. All right, so we're going to move on. That's shop 4. I'm in love with this ring because it checks so many boxes. Look, you can wear this every single day. You can wear it with blue jeans like I'm doing. You could wear it with a tuxedo, and it's going to look fantastic. Can you imagine that icy blue diamond ring?
Yeah, I'm actually still thinking about this piece.
You kind of hovered on it there for a second. It is beautiful. I wish we had it in the studio, but you get the idea. It's basically the same exact setup. Picture frame halo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows with a big channel of baguettes down the center. Got the nice finished undergallery. It feels like butter on the finger. Very, very nice. That one looks expensive. That champagne looks expensive with that gold overlay too. You're going to have the vermeil there. It's going to be 2.5 microns of solid gold. Call the personal shopper. If you want to grab all 3 of these, see if they'll give you a little discount on if they'll match the price maybe of the white diamond that we did on that one, because we lowered that one for the show today, and we're giving you the 25% off. But I would think that they would probably try to work with you if you want to grab all 3 of those. All right, so we're going to move on. That's shop 4. Correct. Don't forget the code LIVE25 at checkout. Now, if you just joined us, today is a very Father's Day centric show because we've got basically 2 weeks and a day or 2. What's today? 29th? Yeah, 29th. So we got 31 days in May. So you got about. You really only have 2 weeks, 2 business weeks, I would say, a little less. In other words, let's go ahead and knock out the Father's Day shopping today. And if it's for a graduation, then you should have done it yesterday. But that's okay. We're going to get you set up today. Now, that being said, this next item, very, very nice. Now, like I said when we started the show, at the top, I said we're going to have something for every single budget. This looks wildly expensive. This is stainless steel. All right? This is not mystery metal. I like stainless steel, and you should too, because A, it gives you the look of platinum. Por ejemplo, this is the platinum, that platinum ring. It's a dead ringer for platinum. That's number 1. So that was that amazing tanzanite ring. But you get that very much the look. You've got very much the strength too. Again, this is very strong, so we're not going to be able to size this. So it's going to be important you grab it in your size. It's giving you a nice, solid, very wide band look. You got the nice use of the negative space, sort of a curb style chain there. Chain link. Very masculine, very nice. We have this in sizes 9 through 14. You can go swimming with this. You could beat up and be very rough with stainless steel. You don't have to worry about it tarnishing or oxidizing, any of that stuff. It's basically, I call it the metal of the future. That's my nerdy 2 cents about it. It's the metal of the future. It looks amazing. It'll outlive us all, and it's durable and strong, and it looks cool. It looks like your precious white metals. That said, we're doing this ring for $19.99. Shh, $19.99. That is not a $19.99 ring. This is the time when you grab one. Oh, by the way, with the code LIVE25, $19.99 becomes what? Yeah, $14.99. That's right. You're going to save 25%. So for $15, basically, $14.99, $15. Let's call space big here.
That's a cool ring for like alternative too. Like,
Isn't that cool?
It's fun for like it's a.
I think it kind of looks expensive, and you could wear it like your curved chains.
Yeah, I mean, it looks
and things like that.
It has a really nice look to it.
Yeah, it does. Excellent use of the negative space because you get in between those curves. See? Sorry, my hand's a little callous there. Been getting the feeling of the pump and working out and all these things. But that's a good looking solid ring. Got a nice wide band to it as well. So this is the time when you think about maybe getting one for cousin Jimmy. You get one for the brother-in-law. You get one for dad, for son. And look, even the guy who doesn't like to wear jewelry, he can beat around. If you work in the trades, you can still wear this because stainless steel, you're not going to hurt it. Like I said, you can beat up on it. You're not going to bend it. It requires temperatures like around 1700, I think, Fahrenheit to even melt this metal. So it's going to be very important. It's not going to be sizable. All right, you're getting that infinity style. So in other words, that look is going to go all the way around. We just don't happen to have the size 12 in, which, yeah, wish we should have probably gotten the size 12s. But I'm not sore about it. It's all good. But needless to say, we have this in a size 12, which is going to be about your average men's size. So ladies, if you're kind of iffy on it, I'm about 6'2", probably most of our weight right now. I'm like 220 right now. But,
oh my God.
Yeah, no. But I'm usually, my good fighting weight for me is probably about 205.
We do have the quantities on this as well.
Yeah, do you hear that?
Right here.
Mr. Elias, producer, wonderful producer here, says we do have the quantities on this one. Look, it's $14. You cannot beat that with a stick. You can't beat that with a golf club. Tiger Woods.
But you could play golf in that.
You could absolutely play golf in this. I agree 110%. It's got that versatility.
That's good for all ages, too.
You work in the trades, you work as a carpenter, you can wear this.
Yeah.
You're not going to hurt. You wear this with a tuxedo, you can wear this with a suit. It's going to look really, really good because it looks like platinum. You get the look of precious white metals. It's not going to tarnish, oxidize, strong like bull.
I'd actually wear it various ways. I'd actually wear it as a pendant, too.
I actually was going to say, can you wear it? I was going to say, as a female, I would wear that as a pendant.
That's not a bad idea, amigo. I like it. Yeah, that would be like kind of cool. Yeah, if maybe it's a guy who's like, it's too cumbersome. He can't stand the rings. He can't stand,
put it on a chain.
Yeah, put it on a chain. That would look very cool.
You even could put it through.
Matter of fact, yeah, kind of look like that. Mix the metals. I'm not mad at that, but or you could grab that last one that we did for $150. Get that silver chain. That would look amazing with it kind of hanging from that.
And you could turn it sideways too and have it go through the.
Oh yeah, I was about to say. Oh yeah, you could probably just run it through the little curves too if you wanted to.
That way.
Give it kind of an invisible bail.
And then maybe somebody would ask me about it. Or
so it could be. You could wear it this way as well. But all right, so you're just spitballing here in terms of like some different ways that you could wear that. This is coming up a little bit later on. That's what you call tees right there. Yes. So that's coming. That's probably going to be. Is this going to be towards the end?
Yes, we'll do that. We're going to actually do that here momentarily. At the top of the hour.
Oh yes.
Sneak peek out.
Yes.
So that's going to be Piece de Resistance Part 2, and that's coming at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
All right, folks. So that's a super cool ring. I like that a lot. Also, this very much. This has to be. They have to have done this, modeled this after Deanna's ring, right? You know the host, my co-host Donna, Deanna.
I don't think
her grandfather. I'm telling you, I guarantee you I'm gonna send her. Do you have her number?
I don't.
I'm gonna send her a text right now and ask her if if this was her doing, because this is so cool. She's got the most beautiful cross ring. This is coming up just a little bit.
Yes,
This is going to work for the ladies too. If you're a believer, this is a crucifix actually, because you actually have Jesus on the cross. But it's so cool. This looks just like my buddy Deanna's co-host here, one that her beloved grandfather gave her when she was like, I think 16 years old, 15 years old. But I'm about to take a picture of this. I hope you guys can bear with me. I just want to find out. They had to have modeled this after her ring because she can't take it off. So it's always with her, and it's always a constant reminder. That's the cool thing about jewelry too. You always remember who gave you whatever piece, especially if it's a piece that you wear often. It's even if it's even if it's just something that's not very expensive, like that stainless steel ring, that will last you forever, and it's a good looking solid piece. So it'll always be a constant reminder of so and so who gave it to me, whoever. And so that's a beautiful thing too, as opposed to if you're giving like the gift of maybe like a gift card or something where they either A, lose the gift card, or B, like for graduation or whatever it may be, or B, they spend it, but then they don't, whatever they spend it on, no telling, and then they don't remember, right, who gave it to them. Piece of jewelry, it invokes memory, and definitely that's a powerful thing. Now, next up, we've got a really, really cool bracelet here. I think this could work for the ladies too. We don't have it. I kind of misspoke earlier. We don't, unfortunately, have this in a 7 1/4. We had it in an 8 1/2. That's sold out. We've got it in an 8 but ladies, if you don't mind a little drape, and I think a little drape's kind of attractive thing on a lady.
5 available.
There's only 5.
Yes.
Now, this is heavy. It's like Marty McFly and Back to the Future. This is heavy, Doc. This is very heavy. This is sterling silver.
That would
Holy
fit my
smoke.
wrist. I'm a bigger woman, so that would fit my wrist.
Would it? See, I wear a size 8 too.
I would wear an 8 just because I don't like
it.
it. I don't like to feel that I'm a larger person, so it does. I don't like to feel that.
You wear a size 8?
Yeah,
no,
I
you do
can.
not. Oh, you can't.
I have big.
That's what I'm saying. A little drape. A little drape's I think it's a sexy thing on.
Yeah, and plus I don't like him to feel like I don't want him to feel tight.
This is very, very heavy duty. Look, folks, something like this. Look at that design on that. How cool is this?
Option for an anklet too for our ladies.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely
8? That'd be itty bitty little.
Well, it's for the little.
For our sweet petites, yeah.
Our sweet petite.
Yeah.
8. But that's really, it's almost like a very much a kind of a Cobra style design, I will say. I'm not sure. It's Bali Legacy. So let's talk about that for a moment. Most of you are familiar. They're calling it Dragon Bone.
Ooh.
I'll accept that as well.
That's so
Yeah.
But don't you see where I'm coming from with the whole Cobra? Kind of got the Cobra deal going on too. You don't see that? You see the Cobra?
And that's what I want to see. Oh, I see it with the eyes right
But
there.
I like Dragon Bone even better. That's pretty cool.
Dragon Bone. It's very.
All right. The eyes have it. Dragon Bone definitely cooler than a Cobra. But either way, that is a unique.
Feelings at the moment.
Yeah, it's totally different from what you're going to see out there in the retail level. Oh, by the way, yep, stainless steel. See what I was talking about? About how this is 925, and it's a heck of a lot of gram weight. This thing is heavy. It's almost 50 grams of sterling silver. Precious metal, 925. Stamp. Something like this at the retail level, forget about it. We're talking well over $1,000, almost anywhere that you go. However, today we're doing this for $239. However, today we've got that $239 marked down because you've got the code LIVE25, which is going to knock off another, 25%? Of course, 25. We're going to get this home for $179. Or if you choose to do the budget pay, you're going to break it down into 5 payments of $35. So think about this. You get this home. There's only 4, right?
Yes.
There's 4 of
And there's
these.
still 4?
Yes, we do.
All right.
All size 8 too.
Oh,
Well, what's going on here?
This is gonna
We
be
were
our
just-
Bali footage.
Oh, okay, yeah, Bali. So let's talk about that for a moment. And thank you for keeping me on track. So Bali, the Balinese people, for thousands of years, they passed down the art of hand tooling. And they do it with very sort of old school methods, right? They do it like, they've got like little foot pressors, kick pressers, and they heat it up. They sit there with a kiln right in front of them. They take their sweet time with these pieces. It's been passed down from generation to generation to generation. So you're getting a handmade piece every time you get a Bali Legacy piece. There's something to be said for that. This is not from a 3D printer. This is not from a conveyor belt going down like a mass manufactured jewelry. This is, and it's all in precious metal too. So it's very bad. Yeah, it's hand done. They're all handmade. So like a piece like this, there's no telling how long this
So they're
took.
all unique and all individual because they're all going to have.
Well, they're gonna. Yeah, I mean, obviously they'll have like, for example, with this, they probably maybe broke the mold at. Not. I'm just got to saying their hand, but you'll have somewhat of a mold, right, for something like this, or at least an idea of what you want, and then each person will then go in and do them, and they'll do them to certain, size specifications, certain stippling that you got on this, because you got all that hand detailed stuff. But this is just to kind of show you how they go about doing it, and it's kind of an old school way of doing it. Nice nails there, kiddo. That probably helps for the. I'm not judging.
Everybody does it different.
No, I'm sure there's probably a practical reason for that.
Yes.
They're
very nice. Look at.
But my buddy Marva went, and she said they're like the sweetest people in the world, and so did Lauren. Our buddy Lauren went too. She said they're like the nicest people in the world. They say a little prayer before they start on a piece and after when they send it out that the eventual wearer will experience wealth and prosperity and good fortune.
I've
So
been
that's a
to
beautiful
Bali,
thing.
and they put a lot.
Oh, you've been to Bali?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
They put a lot of. It's part of who they are as people, what they put into their jewelry and what they put into the things that they
So
make.
TLC,
Yes,
right?
it's who they are, and so they want a piece of them to be with you. Like that, they're very, very complimentary. With
Oh,
that.
nice. And so it's not like they're just laboring
No,
there.
they actually
They
are
take
very
it very
much.
seriously.
And
It's
they're
like a
putting
labor
their
of
love and their
love.
thoughts and their positive energy in it.
I'm trying to get it. It's so complicated. I can't even figure out how to. Oh, it's got a very strong clasp on this one.
It's so it doesn't.
I want to go to Bali. Any of the bosses watching? You want to send me to Bali? I'll be an ambassador. Yeah, we'll go get some more footage. But I heard it's a beautiful
so you
place.
Open and twist. It's a way. It's
Okay, so how does this work?
It safeguards it so it doesn't fall off.
Push it forward. Open the beak.
Oh, okay. Wow. So you've got a very, very intricate. So that's just kind of give you just a flavor of. So you've got this beak here kind of deal. See that? Oh, there you go, guys. And then you put that through there, and it just hooks. I was trying to figure out how to do it. I was feeling.
Makes it safeguard.
Yeah, so it's going to have a nice, really strong secure. Now I'm just gonna hold it. But look at that look. That's a solid dragon bone. Yeah. You gotta say it like that, dragon bone. Of course, dragon's very zeitgeisty right now. That's sort of thought of as the protector, right? The wisdom, symbol of wisdom and strength. And so this would be perfect, I think, for the ladies. There's only 4 of them. They're gonna sell out. $239. You're getting down way under $200. What is it, like $179?
I believe.
And then you had a $35 budget pay. So think about this. You get this home. It's almost 50 grams of 925 precious metal. You get this home. All these links. Look at that. Nice articulation. It feels very smooth on the wrist. And then we've got it in a size 8. That's all we've got. There's 4. You get this home for $35. And then you're going to pay basically $1 and a couple pennies a day for the remaining 4 months. If you can afford $35 initial investment, or $36, $35.99. $36 if you can afford that as your initial investment, and then you can afford $1 and some pennies a day. We're in business. But you got to move quick on that one.
And you get to wear a piece of Bali.
That's right, and you get a little piece of and it's handmade too. And I always use the analogy. Actually, Marva used it of handmade vehicles. Like for example, Camry's a nice car. My Ford F-150 is a nice truck, but they're mass produced, right? They're conveyor belt sort of. It is what it is. It's a great truck. It's a great car, Camry, but they're a dime a dozen. Versus a Bentley, a Lamborghini. These are all handmade, and there's something to be said for the quality that you get when you have that individual attention, and that's what you get every time with a Bali Legacy. To use it as an analogy there. So you're getting handcrafted with TLC and very much a very original and unique look. And they are going to be unique because they usually, after they'll do like a run of something like this, and then we'll say, well, gosh, that was a huge hit. Can you give us, ship us out another 120 of them? And they'll be like, no. Like, yeah, it sold great. Ship us out another 120 of them. A lot of times they're just like, no, we're not going to do that exact same design. So a lot of times they'll sort of break the mold, so to speak, after doing one of these really unique original pieces. Things like a Padian or a Bourbador necklace. They do those because those are staples, right? But this is a unique look. It's very, very thick, solid. There's 4. All right, we're going to move on just because there's only 4, and I'm almost confident that that's going to sell out. All in 925.
No.
All right, so it is the top of the hour. As a matter of fact, I'm going to leave this on. Top of the hour, and I promise you guys sort of another sort of piece de resistance. Also something that I think, ladies, if you've been watching, and I know a lot of times it's like a kind of a Father's Day theme show or for him show, but keep in mind there are going to be things I think that work really well for the ladies, and this next piece is one of them, okay? Here's the number, just kind of as a reminder, guys, if you have any issues or if you're getting multiple items, for example, I want to encourage you to call the personal shoppers. I'm not going to make any promises on their behalf, but if you're getting more than one item, even if they're not even like in the same sort of vein, give them a call and see if it might take a little bit more off. Sometimes I'll work with you on that.
Or if they need to ship to that in different states.
Oh, yeah. Or if you need to bill to ship to you, you can bill to yourself. You can ship it to whomever, as long as I think it's in the continental U.S. Is that the deal?
Yes.
Something like that. Here, I'm going to let one of y'all help me because I can never quite get these.
Are you getting it on or off?
Yeah, I'm leaving it on.
Oh, it fits.
It's called cross promotion.
Okay.
And we do have our sweepstakes going on.
Yeah, let's flash that up if we could too. So this is a number I'd like for everybody that's watching to save in their phones, but also want to remind you just a little bit of you just a little.
You have a large wrist.
No, this is an 8.
You try it.
Tuck your hand, I guess.
Yeah, I can't do it. It's got a big wrist.
So let's talk about this. Dead air. I know.
It went. We were
It's the
holding
kiss
our
of
breath.
death for watching. Sorry about that. I was just putting a bracelet on. All right, so I'm going to keep that one on. This is 1 of 4. Keep that in mind. No, I'm a broken record, but I say that because I care. Because if you love it, if you don't love it, big deal. Wait for the next item. But if you do, you need to grab that one because it's probably going to sell. All right, now the promotion. We're doing this. It's going to be held on my birthday in honor of me on the 25th of June. They just planned it that way because in honor. Yeah, no, they didn't. It just so
And
happened.
for your birthday.
Right, but that's when we're going to do the grand prize drawing. So every day between now and then, you go to shoplc.com. You register for free. There's no purchase necessary, right? Mm-hmm. And you're going to get, ultimately, the opportunity. You could get, at this point, I think it would be something like to the 25th. So there's like 2 more days. We got 2 more days. So you got 27 days. So 27 entries you'll have. Not only that, though, each day we're giving away $100 in Shop LC bucks at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. You just have to watch the live TV. They'll announce that winner or winners because they're giving away $100 every day of Shop LC bucks. That takes you a long ways, especially like tonight when I'm doing the overnight on Friday. We've got some amazing, cool new stuff, 10 and under. So I mean, you can get like 10 items for $100. And today, for example, each day we're going to be giving away a very expensive piece. This is going to be a Martha Rocha Kunzite, a very, very rare, very collectible, and very valuable and beautiful gemstone. All right? That's going to be Kunzite. And you're getting a loose gem. It is fantastic. That is getting very, very expensive. The Martha Rocha is the best of the best when it comes to Kunzite. Between that and the Petroki, it doesn't get much finer than that. So $379 value, they're giving that away. Ultimately, you want to register every single day because you'll have the opportunity to win that, and then you'll ultimately have more entries in order to win the Date Just 41. So it's going to be the classic 18-karat stainless steel look, one kind of like my buddy Hunter had. Nice gray background, very, very solid Roman numerals. We love it. All right, so that is the house cleaning as far as that goes. Now, as far as you go in terms of seeing an item that you love, maybe wanting to find out a little bit more about an item. Maybe you're ready to pull the trigger. Maybe you're like, Chris, I'm sold. I love it. It's beautiful. The price is right. Let's do it. Like this gold chain. This is going to be shop 6, correct? Shop 7.
Yes.
The item we did before, the bracelet, shop 6. Before that, 5. Item after this, presumably shop 8, right? So you're going to put that in the comments section. Shop whatever the item is that you're interested in. Put that in the comments section. Click on that. And then it's going to redirect you to the website where you'll then find out all the information, most of which I'm going to give you. For example, the piece that we're featuring right now. This is going to be 10 karat gold, 6 millimeters. It's kind of a big boy for the ladies or gentlemen. It's a 24-inch. It's classic. I've got almost this exact chain. This is a 12.6 grams. That's important when we're talking about gold, solid gold, right? Gold has been on a tear for the last year. Today it's resting at about 33.42. Johnny, on the spot, thank you so much for having that prepared for me. I didn't even have to ask. That's called proactive. That's why you get paid the big bucks there, pal. Now, the gold rope chain. It's a classic. It's probably the most popular style chain since the late 70s when it sort of premiered, right? It has been. It's timeless. What it signifies, this would make a great gift. It's like the strength, the bonds. It's a very strong link, by the way, too. And they make this with these multi-million-dollar machines where I don't know if you have the footage. I don't want to triple work you, but there's like some footage of it of like this very expensive machine that just turns out these like laser cut links. And then they're just soldered. They're all individually soldered together. It's a very, very strong link. It's got a nice twist to it. This one's thick. All right. So this one's gonna be perfect standalone. Now you can probably wear a pendant with it. I suppose it'd have to have a pretty big bail. But this is standalone. This is that power chain, right? It's not too big. It's not gonna be ostentatious, but it's definitely gonna command attention, and it's definitely gonna be a status symbol. All right. So ladies and gentlemen. 24 inches, ideal for both, I think. For me, I have a 17-inch neck, so 24, anywhere from 20 to 24 is the ideal for me, right? Where it's going to be, 18 is a little bit more of a choker on me, and then 20 is we're getting nice at 20, and 24 is going to hang a little bit lower, too. So I like that a lot. So it's going to be kind of the ideal, you unbutton the button, and, you're kind of rocking it. And when you have something nice like this, you do want to kind of show it off. And ladies, of course, you can always wear it on the outside or whatever, your blouse. So it's going to look a lot longer, obviously, on most of the ladies out there. But this is look at you. So that's the that Spencer machine I was just talking about. But it just makes a very, very strong and sturdy link. And of course, 6 millimeters, we're talking again. That's the power in terms of the width. Folks, you could easily pay, with the price of gold being through the roof. Again, 33 and some change per troy ounce at the moment, right? It's a traded commodity, all right? It's never going to be worth zero. It's the OG currency. It's the original currency. And it's never been more popular in both jewelry. We use it in a lot of electronics as well. So, that said, you could easily now, because the price of gold's gone so haywire, gotten so expensive out there in the marketplace, you could easily go to any of your mall jewelers, you're kind of more upscales, and you might find even a more specialized place that has pretty good deals on gold. Maybe you get it for $5,000, but more than likely it's going to probably be over $6,000 in the $7,000 range at this point for the exact same chain. And they have it out there, right? You can shop around. I encourage you to. But today you're going to have the opportunity to get this for basically what you would normally get this size gold chain. Go with me on this. Imagine this is gold. Instead, like that's what you'll normally get for $22.69. This is what you're getting for $22.69 here, in terms of the thickness, in terms of the presentation. Now that's a pretty big chain right there. Remember, I was just singing its praises earlier. That's that silver chain that I love so much. That's a $150 silver chain, easy, all day, every day. We're selling that whole thing for $150, by the way. But it's not the big boy like this one. And there's no way you're going to get 12.6 grams in most places. Now, if you know a guy, you got a brother or sister-in-law that has the deal, then go for it. But I'm telling you right now, we're A+ rated. You have a 30-day inspection period. If you change your mind, you can return it. If you find a better deal out there, you can return this. But this is going to be the ideal Father's Day. This is going to be absolutely 110% ideal, and it's solid gold. 24 inches, perfect for the men, perfect for the women, and we don't have a whole heck of a lot of them. So I would encourage you. Actually, doggone it, we've only got 2 of them at the moment. So let me give you the final price, because $22.69 obviously not going to be the final price. You've got the code LIVE25, yeah? Okay. So with that code LIVE25, you're going to get this for $17.02. You've got a budget pay opportunity, which is 0 credit check, as we mentioned earlier, 0 interest payments, yes, So that's going to be $340. For $340, you get this home. You pay 0 interest on it. It's very important. So basically, you're looking at probably, I don't know, $12 a day after your initial $340 investment for the remaining 4 months. About $12 a day. So if you can forego, I don't know, that's about the price of one hamburger and fries at this point at a fast food restaurant. $12, it seems like it. Maybe closer to 10, but you get the picture. It's an amazing opportunity. There's only 2 of them, though, unfortunately. So that's all we have to work with, folks. It is the ideal. It is the classic. It is the big boy. It's the status symbol. It's that heirloom quality chain. 6 millimeters rope. Classic. Never going to go out of style. Most popular chain of all time, probably, at least in modern times. Take advantage of it. There's only 2. That will sell out. I hope you get it. And now look, if in fact you do go to the website, this is going to be, what is this, Shop 6? This is Shop 7, right?
This is going to be Shop 7. Correct.
This is going to be Shop 7. If you go to the website, now there's only 2, we've got 1, maybe 3, because we got 1 checked out.
Yes.
Please say there's 3. Okay, maybe there's 3, but at this point, probably not. What I want you to do is call the personal shopper. It's 888-835-2237. 888-835, like that? 888-835-2237. You got to do that slide. Yeah, 888-835-2237. If, in fact, this is sold out on the website, just double check because the personal shopper will have access to information about the checked out one, in which case they can go ahead and reserve this one for you. This very chain. We'll clean it up for you. All right? But it's spectacular. It is what it is. It's solid. It's the heirloom quality piece. And gold, folks, at this price for $1,700, you'll get a piece of dental floss at most retail jewelers. You're getting the big boy here, 6 millimeter power chain. All right, so we're going to move on. That's an amazing opportunity.
They don't have the pavement.
What's that? Oh, yeah, that's right. They don't have the budget pay. The budget pay is clutch, for sure. For sure. So if it's sold out, call the personal shopper. They might have one available for you, which will be that one, which is going to be probably locked down. All right, that said, this next item, I think, going to go fantastically with that chain that we just showed you. For the lucky, very elite few that are able to grab that chain. Now, this, and I didn't text my buddy Deanna earlier. Oh, well, I can't. I'm trying to juggle too much here. But suffice to say, this looks exactly like my good friend Deanna's ring. For that reason, I'm going to say, ladies, well, we got it in size 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If you can wear the biggers, or you want to maybe get one of those sizing bars, you can go to shoplc.com. We probably have those. It's not going to be sizable, I'm going to say, though. This is going to be 18 karat yellow gold plated. So you're getting that look. If you guys have ever seen my friend Deanna's ring that her grandfather gave her, this has to be modeled after that. It's a beautiful crucifix. I mean, it's a classic look, too, so it may just be that. But I want to say that they probably did model this because I've seen that ring. She can't take it off because she's grown into it, since she was 17, I think she said, or maybe 18, whenever he bought that for us. It means the world to her. If you're a believer, this is going to be absolutely a very classy, very elegant piece. Again, with that 18 karat yellow gold, you're getting hypoallergenic as well. This is from our Karis designers. So they always do really fantastic work. You got the nice finished under gallery as well, so it's going to feel like butter on the fingers. It's going to go on and off very smoothly. But it's a classic look, and it's just, you got a very expensive look, but it's also a great way to show your faith. If you're a believer, this is, look, it's the most iconic symbol of all time, the cross. Of course, we're calling it, this is the crucifix because you actually have the representation of Jesus on the cross, who, for people like me, full disclosure, I'm a believer, and so that's my guy. That's the most important person who ever lived. And what better way to show your faith? And I think great as a Father's Day gift, absolutely. If Dad's a believer. Maybe Dad's struggling with his faith. Excellent gift for Dad. Bring him back to the fold. Remind him. For that person maybe's had a death. Maybe they're having a crisis of faith. Ideal piece. You got maybe you teach a Sunday school class, or maybe you want to honor a deacon, a pastor, a priest, a nun at your church, a parishioner of some sort that's done a fantastic job this year. Excellent thoughtful gift for them.
Well, the father of a child that's being, christened, or
Ooh, that's a great point. Father of a child is being christened. Thank you.
like a lot of the communions
I like
are
it,
happening
Lisa.
right now for the Catholic religion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Got the American Pope. Well, he's kind of dual, right? He's like Peruvian.
He did a lot.
But
He's a lot.
Well, that's fine. But we're gonna
But
claim him
there's
here in
a lot
America.
of- there's a
We
lot
finally
of-
got an American Pope.
That's right. There's
Yeah.
a lot of my friends' kids are going through their communion, and so
Oh, cool.
to give their father that gift,
The
is
communion.
great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Great, thoughtful gift as that. And look, it's not ostentatious. It's kind of got a nice low profile. So it's somewhat low key, but it definitely makes a strong statement once you kind of see it up close and personal. And of course, I think just
I actually like the comfort of it, the way it just.
yeah, it hugs the finger, and much like the embrace of Jesus. If any of you have ever been baptized, or if any of you have ever felt, not to get all preachy, but if you've ever felt the Holy Spirit within you, it's like a warm embrace, and that's what this kind of does for you. It's a really cool piece, and look, it is wildly affordable. We're getting this for $10. How in the world, the wide world of sports? $12.99. You get the code Live25. It's $9.74. How many of these do we have? Please tell me we have a ton of them.
We do have the quantity. I think this is fairly new.
Okay, cool. Yes, this. Okay,
It's my first time
this. You know what? Do we have any reviews on this yet? I imagine they got to be
No
spelled.
reviews.
Okay, so this is actually, I think,
They have an opportunity.
this is going to be a debut piece.
Yep.
All right, we're debuting a piece here. This has not been shown yet. I imagine it will sell out. I want to sell this on my show tonight.
Yeah, low key, I might order one after
I
this.
know what they could be part of.
I can do it on my 10 and under show. I can't though because we got to lock in this price, and it's only good for here. So yeah, folks, eat your heart out. 10 and under show, even the shows
That
not
should be part
I
of it.
really want this on my
Everybody's
show
selected for that
tonight.
price.
I can't get it, but because I would sell out of this in a heartbeat. This will sell out in a heartbeat. If we do it anywhere close to $10, this is $9.74. That's like a budget pay price.
Literally.
And that's 18 karat overlay, folks.
Is it different?
Fantastic. Beautiful. Okay, so take advantage of that, folks. It's very much, this is exactly, and I don't think I'm not stepping out of line here. This is exactly the look of the one that Deanna. Now, the one that Deanna has is 10 karat gold and it's solid gold. This is going to be an 18 karat overlay, but still 18 karat overlay. It looks expensive. It looks very, very, very classy, very ornate, and you got a rich, buttery tone on that gold. Very well made. I love it.
Well, in 10 through 14, so they could wear it on a chain as well and have it close to their heart.
Oh, you know what? So I will say this, yeah, for the ladies, if you're also loving it, and guys,
I was actually picking up my phone to buy one, truthfully.
okay,
And I thought,
Why would you do
maybe
that?
I'll get the chain
$10.
as well. I know, with the chain, because I wear that close to my heart, because you just close to my heart.
Yeah.
So I would do that as a female, I would do that.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you just wear it like that. Perfect. I like it. And it's $10. Look, if you teach a Sunday school class, and maybe you have only like 9 people there, or if you have a Bible study group, and it's like 8 or 9, 10 people, you barely spend $100, and you've got it. Now, if you're going to don't get 4 of them. Go ahead and get maybe 5 or 6 of them if you're going to do that, because I want you to get free shipping. And once you get over that $50 threshold, you're going to get free shipping on everything, even if it's a cumulative
But
effort.
it's not too soon to shop for Christmas for you.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. You're right.
It is never too soon
because
to
this
put that
price
in
does-
your little
this
gift
is-
closet.
This is wild.
I've got a
think
gift before and I didn't have anything, so I love the fact that this might be available for a friend.
Well, look, there's 185 of them. That's a ton of them. That's a lot for this audience. I think that's going to be enough to service the people who are watching here, because we just don't have this large of an audience, swath of audience, as say maybe on the television side of things, which I'll be on tonight from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Shameless plug.
Shameless one. Now, I'm going to move on but that's a fantastic opportunity, folks. Get that.
Shop 8.
Get that. If you're a believer, or just get that for $10. That's like $9.74. Such a great deal, and this will sell out the second we show it on TV. I could sell it out tonight on the overnight when we don't have as large an audience as say prime time, but that won't last. And I hope we go ahead and pre-order a whole bunch more, because I think that's going to be one of our best sellers. It's so pretty, and it's very much looks just like my buddy Deanna's ring that her grandfather gave her. All right, so we're going to move on. And I'm sure she wouldn't mind it that if I said that either, because I've seen it 1,000 times. She's my buddy and co-host for many, many moons now. All right, so next up, we've got a little something for our August babies, and just for anybody who loves a beautiful olivine, all-natural peridot. Now, very pretty ring here. This is going to be in stainless steel. With stainless steel, we mentioned this earlier, you're getting the look of precious white metal. So perfect stand-in, I think, for, as white zircon is a stand-in for diamonds, I think is an analogy, then you could also say that stainless steel is a great stand-in for platinum or for your precious white metals in general. It really gives you the look of like a silver. For example, here's that 14 karat white gold ring. This one's got a little bit more high polish there, but much more platinum, I would say, in terms of that look. So, matter of fact, there we go. This is a high polished platinum too, so probably a terrible example, but you get the picture. This is platinum. This is stainless steel. So you get, and the cool thing about stainless steel, again, you get all the strength. It's hypoallergenic. Look, they make dental tools and all, medical equipment out of this because it's antimicrobial. You've got something that's always hypoallergenic. So if anybody who has any sort of skin irritations, which more of us more and more do, this day and age, peanut allergies and whatnot, seems like everybody has a little bit. Even my skin's a little sensitive. That's why I love stainless steel. Because you get strength, you get the hypoallergenic, so it's like super easy. You can gift it to somebody. You don't have to worry about it turning their finger green or making them itch or anything like that. So I love that about it and the strength. Now you're going to want to get this in your size. We don't have it in a ton of different sizes here, but
we have 10 through 14.
Okay, so 10 through 14. All right. Again, this one's going to be an 11. But very, very nice cluster. Now again, olivine family, of course, your August birthstone. My mother's an August birthday. August 19. Yeah, August 19. Leo. Now, what are we talking about here? Well, you're getting 90 points. So just shy of a carat. Definitely going to give you the look of a carat in terms of the real estate, right? In terms of the millimeter coverage. You've got this cluster of 3 millimeters. So it gives you a nice big look. Classy, elegant. Again, all natural. It'll be about a 6.5, 7 on the most hardness scale. So you got a very durable gemstone here. I like the nice rivets they did on the side of either side of the shank here. And it's just a good, classic, solid, nice band ring. And we're doing it, believe it or not, these are genuine earth-bound gemstones. We're doing this not for $200 or $100. We're doing it for $29. After the code LIVE25, you're going to get 25 times 3. You're going to get another $7.50 off that, so it's basically going to be $22.50. $22.50 or $7.50 on budget pay. You get it right now. $7.50. If you can afford that you can get a hamburger now for $7.50. Maybe a small fry, if you're lucky. Right?
That's going to be our shop 9.
This is going to be shop 9. And I apologize, the previous item was shop 8. I didn't bring that up a lot, but suffice to say the cross was shop 8 if you want to grab that cross. So this one's going to be shop 9. And how many are we looking at there, brother?
We have the quantities.
Okay, we got enough of these to go around. All right, I love that. This is going to be this.
Bring in our tanzanite.
Yeah, that's a solid look. Now, hey, can we stay on this for just a second though? Because I'm noticing now, I don't know if it's going to be the same price. I'm hoping.
Yes, we do have the same pricing on that.
Okay, can we pull that up behind me? Because this other one, this is going to be the ionized gold stainless steel, and I love. Now the one we have in studio here, obviously, going to be the one in the stainless steel. So going to give you the look of the precious white metal, right? But you want something that looks muy expensive.
Looks golden almost.
Well, it is. I mean, can we click on it over here for me?
Yes.
This is going to be ionized gold. So basically, it's baked into the cake, more, for lack of a better term. But you've got, and trust me, our stainless steel, or at least this is anecdotal, right? Our stainless steel that has the ionized plating gold plating, it holds up. I put mine through the ringer. I had a chain that was the ionized gold stainless steel, and I went swimming in. And I beat it up. it wasn't that expensive. It was like maybe 15, 20 bucks, something like that. So I just kind of wore it swimming every day in the pool, chlorine. They say you're not supposed to do that with like gold plating. You don't want to do it. Put it through the ringer, it was rough on it, and it still looks like solid gold. That one looks expensive, and I think nothing looks better with a green gemstone. But nothing's more complimentary than I think yellow gold. And that one I'm very, very bullish on. We're doing it for the exact same price. I say get them both. Because look, $22 and some change, or you just grab them both for $7.50. That's like, what was that, 15 bucks? 15 bucks budget pay. You can get both the gold and the stainless steel. It's going to be basically ditto the exact same lineup, 90 points, right? You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nice rounds clustered together. Just shy of a carat. Going to give you the look of a full 2 carat, so kind of just in terms of the millimeter real estate. And I love that with the yellow gold, though. All right, so grab that one too. And I don't know if do you have access to that information to see how many of the yellow gold one?
I don't.
Probably going to be less, I suspect, in the yellow gold one. So grab that one quick, but we do have enough in the stainless steel, I think, to go around. But if you want that very, very expensive look, that yellow gold one, probably the route to go. But I'd say that price, just grab them both. Perfect Father's Day gift. Father's Day, 2 weeks away, folks. Time is of the essence. I got to move on. This is going to be shop 8.
Correct.
Shop
9.
Excuse me, shop 9.
Yeah.
Shop 9.
Is our shop 10 coming out?
All right, I'm going to kind of pick up the pace because I think we're not even halfway through, and I feel like I'm getting a little bit behind.
We've got 10 of these in the next auction.
10 items? Oh, 10 of this item.
Yes, and 10 items as well.
Okay. So another size 11. I've always been a size 12. That's cool. Now, this is going to be 2 carat 15. A couple things to consider here. We were talking about AAA tanzanite. Now, we talked about the quad A earlier, right? AAA, very much high dollar, top gem quality. You're getting that deep saturation, that deep, rich blue color, as opposed to, well, you're going to get a pleochroic gemstone. Either way you look at it, because this is top gem, world class in my personal opinion. You've got hints of the violet in this. You've got deep, rich blues in this. You're going to see flashes of white. You're going to see little flashes of pink in this as well. So hence, depending on the angle that you turn it at, and this was definitely done by a master lapidary, you're not going to let anybody close to anything AAA quality or better other than a master lapidary, somebody who's very, very skilled, because this is a very expensive and valuable and rare gemstone. Of course, one source gemstone. I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version if you just joined us. Most of you might be familiar with tanzanite, but I should work under the assumption that you're not. It's a one source gemstone, discovered and brought to market by Tiffany & Company in the late 60s. Rich, rich pedigree. Very small tract of land, about a 4.5 square mile little strip of earth on the entire earth where this material can be found. So it's extraordinarily rare, 1,000 times more rare than a diamond, in fact. And this is one of the most beautiful blue gemstones the good Lord, or Mother Nature, whatever you want to call it, ever created. That is a big stone. It's going to be a carat 85. It gives you the look, in my personal opinion, because of the real estate in terms of the millimeters. It's a 9 by 7. All right, so that's a big, bold look. 9 by 7 in most gemstones is going to be 2 carats. So you're getting the look of 2 carats. That's why I like that oval cut. So it gives you a big, bold look. And that combined with that deep, rich color saturation, i.e. the AAA quality. Remember, that's in the top 5 to 10 percentile of the finest material on Earth in terms of color saturation, in terms of hue. That is a rare and beautiful gemstone. And gentlemen, we're doing this in 10 karat yellow gold. And the rest is going to be in diamonds, 30 points. And now I got to go on a diatribe about the diamonds. These are yellow diamonds. These are all natural yellow diamonds. They're not even irradiated. Not that there's anything wrong with irradiated diamonds, but natural yellow diamonds, probably from the Ellendale mine, another mine in Western Australia that's closed down. Responsible for a lot of the yellow diamonds you see in circulation now. That is a very rare, very in-demand diamond. Colored diamonds, fancy colored diamonds are skyrocketing. Diamonds are up too a little bit, but colored diamonds in particular, and in particular pinks, yellows, and of course we're seeing champagnes go up exponentially. Of course, all the other colors, the greens, the blues, all those are getting very, very expensive. They've always been in red diamonds. Those are probably one of the most expensive. But I love the contrast with that blue gemstone. Again, gold and that golden canary yellow on those diamonds. Perfect contrast with that blue. Love that. Folks, we're doing this whole ring for less than $5,000. We're doing it for less than $3,000. $2,939 with the code LIVE25, which you can do at the checkout. Don't forget that. $2,204. You have the budget pay. 0 credit check, 0 interest payments. Not a credit card. Available to everybody within the sound of my voice. As long as you have a major credit card or debit card, Visa, Discover, MasterCard, you can get this home. And you're a member of the Shop LC family, which we encourage you to do that. Doesn't cost you anything. You can get this home for $440. All right? We are very limited on the amount that we have available. That's 10 karat gold. I like this in 10 karat because that gives it everyday wearability. We've got about 6 of these to go around. Okay? Don't let perfect be the enemy of the good when it comes to the sizing on this one. You can get that size if you need to, but you can't get this ring for under $3,000. I don't think here going forward in the near future. This is one of the lowest prices we've ever done on it. I don't know why we're doing it so low. We've only got one review for whatever it's worth. It's a 5-star review. All right? Folks, take advantage of this. Sure. 2 boxes.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
can be giving me chores. I'll go with you. Wait, 2 boxes. You might be able to carry both those bags. Is that for you or for me?
That's for me.
Oh, okay.
I was just responding.
Oh. I was like, sure. Depending on how big they are, I got your back, dude. Now, that being said, folks, $440. They're very limited. Father's Day, yes.
8 available as well.
I thought it was 6.
Let me check real quick.
Oh, yeah, maybe with this one, too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's work on the assumption less, but just in case, because that was as of this morning. But we'll call it 8. But that is a fantastic opportunity. That's a gemstone, folks. AAA quality, just so you know. What the Blue Box has on their website, I'm not going to name the names, but you can read between the lines, yes? What they have on their website, I think, is a carat 75. So that's about the same size stone. And theirs is about a AAA quality. It's a very nice. It's around them, if it's the one I'm thinking of. And it's about $13,500. Now, it's in platinum, but platinum's, I think, artificially held low right now. But it should be a lot more expensive, quite frankly. But it is more expensive at your high-end luxury retailers. They're going to charge you a fortune for platinum, even though the market price of platinum is a little bit lower right now. It's a perfect time to buy. I'm not an investment advisor, but I strongly advise you grab a couple of our platinum chains. I'll have more about that tonight on my on the TV show I'm going to be on from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Now, we're going to move on. That's a fantastic opportunity. That is a limited opportunity, but that is a gemstone that at the retail level, and the only place you're going to see that gemstone now at the retail level is in your very high-end and specialty shops, and it's going to cost you a fortune. That's easily a $10,000 stone right there, easily. All right, now, let's talk about jade. Jadeite jade. Apple green jadeite jade. Very, very expensive gemstone. Now, full disclosure, this is going to be dyed jade, but it is, nonetheless, going to be jade earth mined. And that is a big, solid cigar style band. Ladies, jump in on this one if you want to. We have this up to a size 9. It's a good, solid look. You've got this really nice sort of Greek key style design on the side, a la, yes, that very high-end luxury, the Greek key. Are you familiar with this? And have you heard about this? Are you familiar with it?
Yes.
Okay, the Greek key. It's like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
You got it.
we not only have this in the apple green, which is the classic, right? That's the staple. We've got it in a red, an orange, a blue, and a pink. It's so cute. I love that. But again, it's going to be sizes 9 through 14. So, ladies, you can probably get a little sizing bar in there. No big deal. It is going to be in sterling silver. So, it's bathed in rhodium. You can get it sized. I don't know about the rhodium dip for wherever they size it, but if you're going down in size, yeah, it probably should be an issue. So this is very sizable. But again, jade is is very, very expensive. You've got a lot of the Asian markets. They gobble this stuff up. It's big in the West.
The saying is good fortune.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's well. There's a lot. Yeah. It's supposed to said to bring
like happiness.
Yeah. Said to bring you good fortune. Said to bring you. It's a very chill stone. Said to help relax you
when they're going to like gambling or when they're gonna like.
Oh, they need to be like even keeled, like
or bingo, like it's their good luck.
Oh yeah,
brings that.
I like that.
It's just a fun little folklore.
Yeah, no, I like that. So it is said to bring good luck. It's also one of the chakras. I believe it's going to be the third eye chakra, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm looking.
Yeah, look up the chakras on it. And forgive me, I should probably know this, but it's definitely said to be a very peace-invoking gemstone, much like amethyst. Kind of has very relaxing qualities. Supposedly, it's said to. This one is going to be actually probably your heart chakra, right. I suspect. So heart chakra. I had that wrong. But yeah, very, very nice. And again, you've got a nice large piece of genuine jade. I like the gold with the nice Asian, Chinese writing there, right?
Yeah,
it's the Fu happiness ring.
No, the Chinese writing. It actually means good fortune.
Oh, good. Oh, the Chinese writing.
Yeah,
oh, that's what you're saying. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. It actually does mean
the Chinese
good
writing
fortune.
says good fortune, blessings, and happiness.
I'm sorry, that flew over my head.
It's often used,
but it also is said to bring good fortune.
Yes, and it's you wear during celebrations such as Chinese New Year. And it's decorative and it's supposed to make you feel better, like because of the chakra that it is.
I feel extreme relaxation, baby. Yeah,
good feng shui.
Good feng shui, absolutely. I love it, and it's got a really nice, bold, and large presentation without being ostentatious. It's got a low profile. It's all around classy ring. I like it in all the different colors too that you can get in on. Again, going to be dyed. Going to be slightly dyed. It's a common treatment that you're seeing done in a lot of your jewelry stores now. Almost every jewelry gemstone that you see out there, except for maybe a handful of them, are going to be in some way, shape, form, or fashion. They're going to have some kind of treatment, about 95% plus. So I'm not mad at that, and the fact that you're getting genuine earth mine jade. You've got a nice sort of honeycomb or I guess crisscross undergallery there, which is also very nice, and it's all in precious metal, bathed in rhodium, very expensive, noble metal. All right, this is going to be shop. Wait till I get to the prices.
11.
Shop 11.
Yes.
Shop 11. We're doing this once you get the Live 25 code. It's going to be $104. You got a $20 budget pay on this one. Get it home for $20. See if you love it. If you don't love it, send it back. I don't think you will.
And when they come at Shop 11, they will see the other options available as well.
Okay, so when you go to Shop 11, if it's TikTok, then you're going to get the 7-digit code that you can then go to Shop LC and search in and put, copy and paste that in the search. But everybody else, you'll see all the options available once you go directly to once you put that in the comment section and click on it. Shop 11. Okay, we're going to move on just because I'm running out of time and we've only got about 25 minutes left. All right. That is a good looking ring. Big, wide, bold presentation too. I like that. All right. Now, the next item, I think this is probably one of the most underrated green gemstones, at least in my opinion, but I think it's starting to get its due. What are we talking about? This is going to be all natural malachite. Now, at its finest, malachite's always going to be a little bit different, right? It's kind of like, it's one of those gemstones because you've got this banding, right? It almost reminds me of like a green zebra because you've got this. It's usually going to be black and green, and this rich green, typically in the finest material. This is going to be very, very high quality, but it's starting to get its due now. I think. In other words, I think as much as I think it's been underrated in the past and relatively affordable if you can find it. A little bit more difficult to find at the retail level, but if you can, it's usually fairly affordable compared to like let's say an emerald, for example. Or jade, for example. But to me, for my money, this is one of the prettiest gemstones there is. Especially because each one is going to be, it's going to have its own fingerprint, its own footprint, so to speak. So this one, you've got the banding here, but check out the one that I have in the studio. So don't expect the exact, well, let's see. Don't expect the exact same. Now you'll notice this one just has a little bit of a different pattern, different banding. It's not straight up north-south. It's got a little bit more of a, almost like a fingerprint, actual, like a literal fingerprint.
And malachite, it has a symbolism. The malachite also has a symbolism. It promotes restful sleep.
Restful
especially
sleep.
for protection with children and travelers.
We like that.
It's
also going to be heart
attract
chakra.
Love, money, and power.
No one piece the same.
Love, money, and power.
Mm-hmm. It's supposed to attract love, money, and power.
I like all those things.
Facilitate transformation and your personal growth.
Did you hear that? We like that.
So it has all these little fun little meanings to it as well.
I like that.
I like the restful sleep.
And it's just beautiful.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Always, whenever I look at this stuff, for some reason, and it's not the most articulate thing that I say, which is probably a lot of stuff that I say, but look, each one's going to be different. It's going to be beautiful, though, right? No doubt. We have a great QC department, but that's just to illustrate. And then the one that we're looking right here, it's got the north-south, so it's going to have its own fingerprint. So each piece will be original, much like the plate of color that you're seeing in an opal. Everyone's going to be different, but they're going to be fantastic. That you can be assured of. And if it's not, for whatever reason, you send it back. You have a 30-day inspection period. We're doing this for $16.99.
Now, this will be a clearance.
I didn't look at this before the show. This particular ring, how did I miss that? When I was studying up when I was boning up for the show, I didn't see $16.99. That's not a budget pay. That's the outright price. Again, we've got this price like a yesteryear price, but the word is out. And I think malachite's getting a lot more expensive out there from what I can tell.
Yeah, for a protective stone for that.
And just a beautiful stone. And look, the deal with it, though, it's going to be... It's not the hardest of stones in terms of most hardness scales. So you just want to be a little bit more careful with it. Treat it like you would a pearl or an opal or nice turquoise. In other words, it's probably going to be about a 4 on the most hardness scale. So that means other gemstones could scratch it up potentially. So you don't want to be banging around with it. But other than that, you've got one of the most beautiful green gemstones there is. And look at that. To me, it just reminds me of like there's a planet or something in like all these little rings, like Saturn type rings or Neptune like rings with the banding. That's what it kind of reminds me of. And there's probably a planet out there that looks like that. So for some reason that's what I always think of whenever I look at it. I'm like, I want to go to that planet, bro.
I see that.
Anyway, it's on clearance though. So the good news is we're giving it away probably for less than what we have in it at $16.99. That's why that blew my mind. It's a clearance item though. You're not going to have the 30-day inspection period. Who cares? At $16.99, you're getting one of the most beautiful green gemstones, a big, big ring with platinum bond, and you've got the nice you've even got the filigree work underneath. So it's not like they skimped there either. It's like really, really expensive looking and hypoallergenic too with that platinum bond. Amazing opportunity. How many of those do we have?
We got
a lot of those.
Yes, we do.
I guess that's why they put it on clearance, because we got so many of them. Sweet. I love it, because that's a good, solid, big, bold look too.
It just went down to $12.74 and free shipping is applied.
Oh, that's right. The 16. I forgot. The $16.99 is now going to be $12.74.
$12.74 with free shipping.
Wait, you have a budget pay with that low of a price? Oh, because it wasn't meant to be that price. So yeah, you still have budget pay. You can get it something for $6.
I'd actually combine it with our Shop 8, which is that divine ring.
I have it in my cart that way.
Yeah.
That's how
combine this. Yeah, combine this with Shop 8, which was the what?
The divine ring, the crucifix.
Oh, the crucifix. Yeah, that's
it's
a cool combo.
$9.74 and then $12.74 for the malachite, and then free shipping.
Folks.
So $22.48, you got two beautiful pieces.
I mean, I'd try to get up to that $49.99 threshold somehow, some way. But that's just me, because I want you to get the free shipping. But, folks, suffice to say, that's a giveaway. Oh, you do?
Yes, so you have extra. If you want to get up to $50, you can have 2 more items.
Wait, how did you get free shipping?
Because I'm on the app.
Super special. Oh, okay. On the app.
I'm on the app.
Okay. Did you put in the code and everything?
I put in the Live 25, so that's why the crucifix ring Shop 8 is $9.74.
Excellent.
And this shop is $12.74. Free shipping and the 25% discount applied. That gives me room to buy more things. So I'm still waiting for the next.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. And look, we do have enough of these, because I'm not going to try to hard sell you on this like I did for the chain, because the chain, I think we only had 2 of them. So that one you need to act like yesterday on. But with these, I think we have enough, so you can let it marinate in your. You got 24 hours. I mean, I'm not saying wait that long, but I'm saying wait till the end of the show. You're going to see something else that you love. Maybe you can combine with it and get the free shipping or whatever. But that is that's a killer value. Clearance item, not the 30-day inspection period, but who cares? You're getting a really solid. You cannot. There's no way you're going to get that for less than probably $100 at the retail level, all things being equal. Now, that being said, I got to move quick. Oh my gosh, we've only got 18 minutes left. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, check this out. Now, what are we talking about here? Oh, just some, I don't know, just a bunch of multicolored diamonds.
For your kids and your family, the different birthstones.
Well, it's going to be multicolored diamonds. I mean, I guess, yeah, you kind of get the look of the yellow, sapphire, blue, but they're diamonds. These are genuine diamonds. Now, they're going to be luxuriant, lab-grown diamonds. What's the difference, you might be asking? Well, is that like a cubic? No. Big difference. Everything, visually, chemically, optically, 10 on the Mohs hardness scale, you've got, it's a diamond. Okay? They do it through a process called CVD, chemical vapor deposition. All right? Through heat and pressure, they start with a little crystal of an actual diamond, right? And from that, over time, over the period of a few months, they will grow lab-grown diamonds. Now, it sounds easier. It's easier said than done. It's a very expensive process. But what you get ultimately is something that is the hardest substance known to man. It is exactly like your earth mine diamonds. The only difference is you don't have the environmental impact. You don't have that worry about, is this ethically sourced or did, some port, whatever, All of our diamonds, by the way, our earth mines are ethically sourced, just as a side note. But you don't have the environmental impact. In other words, they're not moving, tons and tons of earth, messing with, potentially messing with tributaries and streams and what have you, and all the environmental impact that has. And you get what is a 2A stone, which means you're getting in the top 2% of earth mine diamonds are considered 2A stones, type 2A stones. In other words, they don't have the presence of as much nitrogen and as much impurities. So you're getting something that even if it does have inclusions, it's going to be a lot, in my experience, it's been a lot more minuscule. You can barely find them even with a jeweler's loupe. I have a difficult time versus, like, say, something that's a VS versus a VS in an earth mine, because you might be able to see that one or two inclusions a little bit easier because they're going to be a little bit more pronounced. Also, you get cutting that looks like Israeli cut diamonds almost every time because they're not having to go and maneuver around all these big, large featherings and inclusions typically when they have good quality diamonds. And these are. Now, you add to that trace elements that they add in that mix, that CVD mix, where you get the color. And you get, on this one, a rainbow. So, altogether, we're talking half a carat. You've got that nice black rhodium, going to give you the nice shadowing behind it, which I love, which makes that color just pop. And you've got 18 karat vermeil. That's going to be 2.5 microns of solid gold. 75% gold, because we're talking 18 karat. So a very, very expensive look, and what should be a very, very expensive $1,500 ring. Our estimated retail value is $1,399. Okay, I say $1,500. Because, look, all the high-end luxury retailers are now working with the lab-grown diamonds. They're not inexpensive to lab create, but they are spectacular, and the word is out. About 40% of your diamond sales here in, I think, the most recent quarter, roughly, give or take, was about 40% is in lab-grown diamonds. So the secret's out. The demand is way, way up. They can't keep up with the demand, and we're doing this, believe it or not, for $339. Now, you add to that the Live 25 code. This is going to be Shop 13.
Correct.
Shop 13. You're going to get it for $254. You have a $50 budget pay. If you don't love it, get it for $50. Get it home. If you don't love it, send it back.
23 available.
There's only 23 of these available. We can't keep the luxuriant lab-grown diamonds in because nobody does them as low as we do. Yes, you can get them for less expensive than, say, earth mine diamonds, even at the retail level, but they're charging a fortune for lab-grown diamonds. We've got them. I don't think anybody can beat our price. And if you find somebody that can, take advantage of it and send it back. I doubt you will. Keep in mind, caveat emptor on a lot of the online websites. I would be a little bit just be mindful. And also be mindful, we've got 18 years plus in the business. We're A+ rated with a Better Business Bureau, so you got a track record here that you can work with too. So as opposed to just like some kind of shady website. But that is an unbelievable price and a really, really solid gents ring. Take advantage of that. Great Father's Day gift. Multicolored diamonds. All right, now we're going to move on. That was Shop 13. Here comes Shop 14. This is from our Mirage collection. You're getting a big, bold look here. You're getting a very rare one-source gemstone. This is Turkish diaspora. It's been known as zoltanite. It's been known to a different number of names. You know the name that's going to stick? It's turkisite. All right, that's where we've landed. But that is basically color change, Turkish diaspora. Now, this is going to go from, depending on your light source, whether it's incandescent or UV, you're gonna see different colors, an actual color change, not a color shift, not a pleochroism deal here. You're going to see it go from strawberry champagne to sort of a kiwi green, a distinct color change. Now that is a very, very expensive phenomenon, and there's only about a handful. Maybe you can count on one hand, maybe two, if you want to count a couple of the other ones that sort of use a little bit of irradiation and whatnot. But you've got the most famous of all color change, the original, the OG, originally found in Ural Mountains of Russia. That was what? Exactly, alexandrite. So that's your color change chrysoberyl. It's about $10,000 to $20,000 a carat. It's very expensive. This gemstone has the potential to be in that category. Look, alexandrite's extraordinarily rare. It's very, very expensive. I sold $20,000 carat material. It was very, very nice. But it was also $20,000 a carat. That said, we're doing this ring for $799. This is a full carat 25. So you're over that benchmark of 1 carat. In fact, you're at a carat and a quarter. This is the kind of color. Okay, this is a different. Yeah, sunlight, indoors. So indoors, perfect example. Indoors and mixed light. That's about where we're at right now. So we're sort of getting the cross, right, of that sort of strawberry champagne. Kind of like, I guess for lack of a better term, very not dissimilar to say morganite, right? That peachy pink almost, right? To a, let's say this is probably the best sort of sunlight out in the UV. That would be considered UV, right? Now that's going to give it the really strongest kiwi green. And then you got more of a kind of peridot indoors, sort of mixed light-ish. And that's where we're at right now. I'd say with this one, maybe more indoors. No. Well, it really just depends on you. You tell me, folks. Let me know in the comment section. But I don't have a lot of time. I wish I did have time on this. I'll just say this. Very few gemstones that have a really strong, distinct color shift are going to have this kind of clarity. So you've got the color, you've got the color change, you've got 2 different colors. So you've got that in terms of the 4 C's on this particular gemstone. This is very collectible. You've got rarity, but you've got the carat weight. You've got a carat 25, we're well over that 1 carat benchmark. You've got the cutting, it's fantastic. And you've got the clarity. So you've got the 4 C's with this. You know, that's not just for diamonds. That's very important when we're talking about any gemstone. Colored gemstones, obviously color is going to be the most important thing. And this one's got it. It's got a couple different colors. And it's also been known as the chameleon gemstone. In other words, because of the clarity, I think it has a lot to do with that. It syncs up really well. So, like for example, it's not going to turn a blue, but you can, because of that clarity, it does kind of sort of act as a chameleon, and that you'll see a lot of the color that you currently have in whatever color palette wardrobe that you're wearing. You often will see that sort of reflected in the gemstone because of the nice clarity and the good refractive index on this. Now, this is AAA quality, so we're in the top 1% or 5 to 10 percentile of the finest in terms of that color, in terms of that hue. Now, folks, we're doing this for $799. It's all in solid 10 karat gold. I wish I had more time to devote to it. After the dust settles and you use the code LIVE25, this is sold 114. Is that correct?
14.
Yep, sold 114. After all the dust settles, you're going to be getting this for $599. You also have the option to get it on budget pay for $119. You can get this ring in 10 karat gold. Now, that Mirage collection, what is that going to do? It's going to give you a nice, big, bulky look, but it's got great use of the negative space, right? So you see, it's got a little bit of, well, exactly as the name implies, Mirage. But that basically gives you the impression of a much thicker and bolder piece. So I love that about it. It reminds me of like one of those really high-end luxury hotels that you'll see in Vegas that they look so like really detailed now. You guys seen that, the Sphere? You ever been there?
I have, yeah. It's amazing.
Is it amazing?
Yeah.
I heard it's awesome.
It's really, my hotel room, you could see it from the room. And it was just why we
It's not really apropos of this, but
it's similar to that because it's that ever-changing. And
it's got, from the inside, yeah, like everything's sort of...
Even from the outside, it changes different colors. And
does it? From the outside?
Basketball.
From the outside, too.
I'm sitting watching it at the basketball, and then it turns into the world, and then a fish tank. And
cool.
There you go.
I love it.
There's the tangent.
Anyways, yes. For some reason, this very much, to me, it's very reminiscent.
I'm over here buying things. I'm literally just.
I know. Well, that's the problem. You can end up spending. Yeah, you can end up spending like not that much money.
But
actually,
it's not. That's the whole thing. This whole program has been not that much, and it's been very fun.
That's why. I don't know if you've seen my whole collection, but I've been able to amass an extensive collection because we have some of the best deals. I can actually afford to get some as a gemstone nerd and gemstone connoisseur. I can afford to get what is probably one of the rarest, and what I think, and what many people that are smarter than me think is going to be one of the most expensive gemstones. So this is a great investment. I'm not an investment advisor, full disclosure, obviously, but for my money, turquoisite, tanzanite, gold, obviously at the prices that we have them at, those are going to be, I think, pretty solid choices. I think you're going to thank me probably as soon as you get them home. But definitely in the near future, I think you're going to see the spikes in these prices. Did that with a lot of your colored diamonds. I got to move on. That's an amazing opportunity. Folks, you can get it home for almost $100 with budget pay. That's wild.
I seriously over here shopping.
For gold. And that's in solid gold, too. That was not like vermeil. All right, now. Let's see here. So on the, and the,
okay, yeah, I got it.
Time-wise.
Yeah.
I want to get that because I'd rather get to the jewelry. All right, now, this piece, this is the first time I've had the opportunity to sell this. What are we talking about here? Well, Oro Fino Rubellite Tourmaline. Rubellite Tourmaline is probably one of the most expensive of all the tourmaline. Of course, many of you are familiar with Paraiba and you know how expensive that can be. It's one of the rarest and one of the most beautiful and expensive. It's that copper-bearing tourmaline. But probably only second to that and Dicolite tourmaline, and maybe the Lagoon tourmaline, which is so amazing. If you can get your hands on that, we've got a lot of it here. It's amazing, and it's very rare, is Rubellite. And one of the most in-demand colors just in nature, and one of the most difficult colors to come by in nature, is red. It's a power color. It's the color of passion, right? This is a power ring, because that is a power color. That is very expensive Rubellite. Now, you've got nice size. These aren't micro pave. You've got some decent sized rounds here. It's going to be about 25 total. It's going to be over a carat, about a carat 18 minimum. Okay? All those. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got 20 total. Is that right? Yeah, 25. Yeah. 5 times 5. Yep. Now, we've also got white zircons surrounding it. Now, once again, that is not a cubic zirconia. That is a genuine gemstone. It is an all-natural gemstone, typically. Sometimes I'll have a little heat treatment, just kind of even it out. But for the most part, there's no heat treatments to it. So that's kind of rare in the world of gemstones, right? Could you scroll up just a little bit?
Yes.
Now, on your Rubellite, typically with tourmaline, you're not going to have a lot of treatments. There's going to be a mild heat treatment to these probably, just to even out the color just a hair. All right, but otherwise you're not talking about a lot of heavy treatments on tourmaline either. So for the most part, you're getting all genuine. You are getting all genuine earth mine gemstones. But I love the look of the with all these baguettes, just back to back to back to back in that picture frame halo, almost cushion shape though.
25 available, 3 sizes.
There's only 25 of these available. That's going to be an 18 karat vermeil. So 18 karat, we're talking 75% solid gold. 2.5 microns in order to qualify as being vermeil. We usually put a little bit more. So that's going to give you a very expensive hypoallergenic coating of gold that should last and last and last as long as you're not messing with it with the oils and jumping in the sea and in the ocean and in the pool with it. Right? So you want to preserve that gold. But that is a very, very expensive ring that you're getting for pennies on the dollar. We're doing this for $249. After you use the code LIVE25, you're going to get it down to $187.49. You have a $37 budget pay. How many of these again, Mr. Elias?
We have 25 available.
Okay, 25 of these available. All right, we have it available in the sizes at the moment. This would make a stellar Father's Day gift. Father's Day is 2 weeks away. I've got to keep reminding you. I know I'm broken record on that, but this looks like a Super Bowl ring, right? That's solid. Now, you can get it in size 12. Unfortunately, today they give us a size 11 in just about everything, but you get the picture. Make a cool pinky ring, too, as a matter of fact. But that's an amazing opportunity. I've got to move on. That's shop 14.
15.
Shop 15, excuse me. Shop 15, just because of the constraints of time.
We're going to jump into our Grand Diorite.
All right, Grand Diorite, and then I'm going to circle back. I want to go to the gold, finish off with that. If I could, please. The gold chain.
Yeah, got you.
Excellent.
It fits.
It's a Christmas miracle. Okay. Now, what do I love about this ring? A, you've got one of the rarest gemstones, probably in most people's top 10. Grandidierite. This was named after, it was discovered by Alfred Lacroix and named after Alfred Grandidier, who I'm assuming was his French professor. Okay? If that makes any sense. Two Alfreds. So, discovered Alfred Lacroix, I believe, but then named in honor of Alfred Grandidier, who was apparently a French explorer and a professor. Now, this is a carat 75. What you get is this really beautiful, sometimes you can see it more of a teal, sometimes it's going to be more of a green, sort of mimicking a little bit kind of an emerald. Very durable gemstone too. It's about a 7 on the most hardness scale. I love this because, look, you're getting a nice bezel setting. It's got everyday wearability. Again, 7 on the most hardness scale, pretty everyday wearable gemstone. And it's just a classic look there. Bezel set, it's what I like to call elegantly simplistic. It's all in precious metal. It's bathed in very expensive noble metal, rhodium, so that's going to keep that silver, will tend to tarnish and oxidize a little bit over time. That's no big deal. You can just do a little polish or have your neighbor do a little polish on it like my buddy Lisa did for me. She's so sweet to do that. By the way, gave him a couple of my silver items a good polish and didn't even charge me nothing. Hero extraordinaire. Now, that said, we're doing this for $89 after the dust settles. After you use the code LIVE25, it's $118. The silver alone, worth the price of admission. Heck, the dip of rhodium, worth the price of admission, quite frankly. Because if you try to dip your wedding bands, your white gold, whatever, you're going to dip them, typically do a rhodium dip. It's going to be like $100 or something. You're getting this for $89. $17 on budget pay. Come on in. How many do we have?
We are looking at a quantity of 30.
We've got 30 of these to go around, folks. It's a elegantly simplistic, classic look. This will never go out of style. That gemstone is very, very rare, and it's just a solid look. You got a nice cushion, octagon. Can't go wrong there. 100%. Love it. Nice finished under gallery, all in precious metal. That's less than a stainless steel price. If you're just getting that for the gemstone, you scored. If you're just getting that for the mounting, you scored. If you're just getting that for the rhodium dip, you scored. It's a great deal. Take advantage of that, folks. They've got 30 of them to go around. Now, Shop 17. One of the, I think, pieces de resistance. We've had about 3. We had this gold chain. There's only 2 of those. Those might be sold out. Maybe 3. All right, that was a 6-inch. Now, this is going to be slightly graduated. But at its zenith, you are looking at big, bold look. This, ladies, absolutely. This might be actually better for the ladies, I think, than the gentlemen. But I think it works absolutely for the gentlemen as well. This is a 20-incher. So that's going to be in the sweet spot. Now, what does the eye remember? Where is the eye drawn? It's going to be drawn to that largest portion there. Gosh, that's got to be at least almost 10 mils. So you're getting almost a really huge look there. It's over 14 grams, so we're talking about a lot of gram weight of solid 10-karat gold. Everyday wearability, durability. You got this really nice Italian design here. And Italians, nothing's
better than the Italian.
Those Italians, they are fantastic. Look, especially the ones that we work with, the ones that we have contracts with, quality. They are, oh my gosh, they'll take just like the most simple rope chain and they'll put a twist on it and they'll put like some spin or sparkle or some little subtle twist, and you'll be like, whoa, that looks like, they'll make everything new, all anew. There's like novelty, look, and you pay a premium typically for the really high quality Italian. That is what this is. Okay, 20 inches. So gentlemen, absolutely, but ladies, 110%. We didn't have a lot for you ladies in the show. And so if you stuck with us, then your patience is being rewarded right now. We've only got, however, there's only 2 of these.
Only 2?
So this will sell out because we're doing this for $27.79 after the code LIVE25. This is going to be Shop 18, right?
17.
Shop 17. Very important that if you love it, if you don't love it, forget about it. Get this other one if you can still grab it. It's classic rope. Can't go wrong there either. But if you love this, you want something that's original, unique, something that not everybody's going to have, and something that will definitely have that big, bold presentation, and that's not going to necessarily break the bank in terms of what this would cost at the retail level. You're easily looking at probably $8,000 at the retail level for something like this. Italian made, the pedigree that comes with that, 10 karat gold, the price of gold lately, You can get it for $2,084 after the code LIFE25. You have a $416 budget pay. I understand it's considered purchase for many people. But if you want the absolute finest, you want something that's got that everyday wearability in 10 karat, got a little bit more strength there, this is going to be for you. Even as it graduates, even the smaller portions, that's probably got to be at least 4 millimeters. At its zenith, you're probably looking at a total, I would say, I'm just guesstimating here, but that's got to be probably 10 millimeters at least around, right? So you're getting a big, bold look, and that's what the eye remembers. It remembers this portion, so it's going to look. And it's going to lay nice and flat, too, on your décolletage, ladies. So I think and it's going to feel smooth as butter. All right? So there's only 2. You must move quickly. Now, look, if it says sold out on the website, I'm going to encourage you to dial this number. It's 888-835-2237. That's a personal shopper line. There you go. All right? 888-835-2237. And unfortunately, friends, that's all the time that I have. What we're going to do is we're going to load up the Obsession. That's a classic cologne there that you can't go wrong with. And we've got this bad boy. That's been one of my favorite pieces. Really cool. That's in sterling silver. It's going to be a nice turquoise piece. Honorable mention to this very, very cool turquoise ring. We'll load all those up in the system. Unfortunately, I just didn't have time. And, of course, don't forget the piece de resistance of the entire show. That was that Tanzanite ring. Folks, that is solid quad A, and we did that for less than $3,000. It was a mind-blowing deal. I want to thank all of you. I want to encourage all of you to come back at 2 p.m. Who are you going to have on at 2 p.m.?
Emily.
Okay, we have a lovely Miss Emily. She's doing a great job. Come back and see her at 2, and definitely come see me at 2 a.m. Tonight or tomorrow morning, as it were, on Friday. If you want to come in here, my buddy Lisa. I just brought my kid to work today. She's one of my BFFs, my neighbor, and I want to bring her in. Say hello. She's been helping out behind the scenes a little bit today.
We have a lot of fun practicing this at home,
Yeah.
and I get to try on all the jewelry, and Now I'm just sitting here with my phone buying all the jewelry. So join me in that. It's a lot of fun.
Definitely join her in that. And lots of deals. These are going to last for 24 hours. So take advantage of them, folks. God bless you. We'll see you next time. That was fun.
That was fun. I seriously am over here just sort of like buying everything. I'm like, cha-ching, cha-ching.
I don't blame you. Look.
Because it's all... And then I found this dollar section. I'm all insane right now.
Oh, is that the auctions?
Yes. And then now I have to pay.
Have you won anything?
Yes.
I've got some kick-ass deals.
I just won a whole bunch of stuff.
Did you really?
Yes.
Let me see what you got.
Okay. Where do I find it?